future. Busey is dedicated to your financial success. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
The clearance event is going on now at American Sale. Save up to 70% on pools, patio sets, and more. The clearance event, only at American Sale. Bring the fun home.
Today's Tito's Handmade Vodka canine of the game is Shammy, a 13-year-old American Eskimo dog from Villa Park. If the Northside team strikes out 9 players, Tito's will make a $100 donation to Anti-Cruelty Chicago. Cubs, Giants in San Francisco. This is the Cubs radio pregame show driven by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Buick and GMC dealers. In our Cubs conversation, veteran left-hander Caleb Thielbar likes the position the Cubs are in at the moment.
I think we feel like we're in a good spot. I mean, obviously we've been playing pretty good baseball for the last couple weeks, and I mean, every team's going to hit a lull over the course of a season, and we hit ours right in the middle of the season, but we had such a good first half that you're able to weather something like that, and hopefully we can continue getting hot toward the end of the season, and that's when it really matters.
Did you guys need what happened in Anaheim, just team-wide?
I don't know if we needed it. I mean, it's just, I think just putting together a good stretch is always good. I mean, we had a couple close games there that we won. We had a blowout we won. It was just good to win both ways. And, I mean, guys are throwing the ball well, and we're swinging the bat well, and we've always been playing good defense. So, I mean, it's just fun when everything's clicking at the same time.
What do you give credit to when it comes to the pitching of this team? Because I don't even know if you know this, but since the All-Star break, the starting staff leads the majors in ERA, and you know what the bullpen has done.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the credit is we have a bunch of good pitchers. I mean, the coaches do a really good job of preparing us. The catchers do a really good job of calling the game, and I think we have a good mindset to go out there and execute our pitches. And you put those 3 factors together, and it puts us in a pretty good spot. I mean, I think moving forward, we should be able to continue doing that and, give ourselves a good chance to win every night.
Obviously, fans can see the numbers and what you guys do on the field. What should they know about the makeup of this clubhouse?
I think just that guys like each other and they enjoy hanging out. I mean, we hang out a lot off the field, more than a lot of other teams that I've been with, and I think that's a big thing. I mean, especially when you're trying to weather the storm of a bad stretch, and I mean, our stretch wasn't even honestly that bad. I mean, we played 500 ball for a couple of months. It's not that bad.
Can I interject here? Because I agree with you. It wasn't that bad. It just so happened that it took a historic run by Milwaukee, so it made it feel worse.
Right, exactly. But yeah, no, we've been enjoying each other. I mean, the bus rides are fun, the plane rides are fun.
You guys talk baseball with each other away from the park, which I find interesting from all the time that I've been around.
Yeah, no, and that's just part of having a veteran group that knows that we need to stay engaged at different times. I mean, yeah, we need to get away from it from time to time, but also you do have to reflect after the game on and off the field. So it's good to see that. I mean, every single night when you come back into the clubhouse too, before everyone gets in and eats a meal and showers and gets out of here. I mean, there's still a lot of baseball talk going on, and that's a big part of a good team.
Caleb, thank you so much. Really appreciate your perspective.
Welcome. Thank you.
Cubs left-hander Caleb Thielbar. The Cubs strongly encourage the use of all public transportation, especially CTA buses and trains when traveling to Wrigley Field. For all games, Cubs offer a free bike valet service located by the Addison Red Line station. For details, visit cubs.com/transportation. Coming up, it's the Manager Show next on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Every strikeout and home run is heard right here on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hit a home run with a career as a union roofer and waterproofer, offering advanced skills training, great pay and benefits. Earn while you learn on the job with their apprenticeship program, training skilled craftsmen for the roofing and waterproofing industry, serving Chicagoland, Northern Illinois, and Southern Wisconsin. Apply today at ChicagoRoofers.org.
Hey, I'm ordering dinner. I was thinking burgers.
Boom! I just earned a $650 bonus for opening up a checking account at Old National Bank. Sorry, what'd you say? Burgers?
No, I definitely said 40-ounce dry-aged tomahawk steaks. Yep, with those little sauteed mushrooms.
Earn up to a $650 bonus when you open an eligible checking account and complete qualifying activities. Visit oldnational.com/checking and get old. Member FDIC. Additional restrictions apply. Offer valid through October 31st, 2025.
Where do the Cubs shop to celebrate a big win? Binny's Beverage Depot. Binny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Hot damn! Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea just got harder with Twisted Tea Extreme. The hard iced tea taste you know and love, but with an 8% kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Extreme is made with real brewed tea, goes down smooth, and brings your daytime drinking to the next level. Just look for the bright yellow cans in the cooler and get ready to dial up the fun. Big flavor, extreme kick. Twisted Tea Extreme. Keep it twisted!
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Surround yourself in color with Regal Select from Benjamin Moore. Rich, durable, and effortlessly beautiful. Find yours at your locally owned retailer. Visit BenjaminMoore.com today.
Cubs Giants in San Francisco. Time now to hear from manager Craig Counsell, sponsored by the Village of New Lenox, leading the way in residential and economic development. Here's Coon.
Counts, the last series, very good series for you guys, last couple series. You guys are on a roll now and kind of flipped over the schedule where a little bit of a struggle, and then you go 8-2 in the last 10, and, you know, you're gaining some ground on Milwaukee. Your thoughts on the last series and how you played and what you thought of it?
Probably most important, we just pitched really well again. I mean, we gave up 2 runs, 1 run, 3 runs. So, I mean, that's just good pitching, good defense, good run prevention. However, you know, put it all together, you're going to win a whole bunch of games if that's how you do it. And then it's a very neutral hitting conditions, not a wind blowing in situation. So probably most impressed with just how we continue to pitch. And you know, we got a great start from Cade. We got a very good start from JMO before he came out of the game. And a very good start from Javi Assad. So, like, just excellent pitching. And, you know, at the end of the day, like, you know, that's the other team's run scoring, and we did a really good job with it.
Pitching and defense has been something special that never really gets the due that it's supposed to. But when you do it, the people that are on defense, the managers, the pitching coaches, they all realize the importance of that. That's kind of how you win playoff baseball, correct?
Yeah. I mean, look, you know, I know when in baseball, when you're not scoring runs, it feels like the whole team is in a slump, and then that's just not the case. I mean, there's 2 sides to this, and there's the run prevention and there's the run scoring, and we've been very consistent for a long stretch with our run prevention being excellent, and it's also just it puts your pitching staff in a position to be successful, puts your relievers in a position to be successful. And I think all year, if there's one thing we've done good from a pitching staff, you know, is because we do such a good job of attacking the strike zone. I think I saw the other day we've thrown the second least amount of pitches in the big leagues. And that's because we throw a ton of strikes, and that makes guys available, that makes our defense better, that makes our defense let them do their jobs, that makes guys, you know, kind of in position to have the right matchups in the bullpen, and those have all contributed to our success. So, you know, that's a strength of this staff. You know, we've said, well, maybe we're not great striking out people, but when you throw so many strikes and you have a really good defense, leveraging that and taking advantage of that is something we've done a nice job with.
So the other thing that stands out is Kyle Tucker. You've answered 10,000 questions about that in the last 4 days. Here's 10,001. The impact that he has on the lineup in general, whether it's good or bad, it was noticeable in the last series. Your thoughts?
Look, when arguably your best hitter, is in a slump, it just, you're going to notice it. And then when your best hitter hits 3 home runs in a series, you're going to notice that too, right? And, we don't get to pick out slumps. We don't get to pick out, when we're struggling and when we're doing. We're not going to just be like the same player every single day. And that's the nature of the game, because the other side's trying to get you out. We did a pretty good job with Mike Trout this past series, right? Which is a pretty good example of like how the game can work, right? Because I think we struck him out 7 times in a 3-game series. So it's the game is hard, and even the best players go through times like this. But you can also, it's at the same time, you can say, look, you need your best players if you're going to win games. And I think both can be true. We got a great series from Kyle this past weekend, along with some other people. Now Kyle can't do it all by himself, and he never will. But certainly having a productive Kyle Tucker, we see it's going to make us a good offense.
Well, you're off to a great start here on the West Coast trip. 3 cities. We're in San Francisco. Good luck here in San Francisco.
Thanks, Coom.
That's the manager show. Craig Counsell. Zach, back to you.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Elana Santiago performing the national anthem tonight here in San Francisco. The national anthem sponsored by Patriot Pavement Maintenance, simplifying pavement maintenance for industrial, commercial, and educational clients. When we come back, the baseball board next on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hall of Famer Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer bring you all the action on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Pat, did you know Catch Des Moines has a bunch of videos and lists called The Best that highlight all the local favorites around town?
Yep, I'm looking at some right now. Best tenderloins, hidden gems, steak de Burgo, and spoiler alert, 2 of our favorites. The iCubs and State Fair made the best family fun list.
With all that stuff to do, I'm going to need to find a best place to take a nap.
Hopefully someplace soundproof to cover up your snoring.
You know what else they say in Des Moines? Only the S's are silent.
Plan your trip at catchdesmoines.com.
That's you trying to fix the plumbing yourself to save a few bucks. Doing things yourself doesn't always end well. The same goes for insurance. That's why Auto Owners works with local independent agents who tailor coverage to meet your needs and offer discounts for life, home, car, and business insurance. Because sometimes you need a professional to get the job done right. That's simple human sense.
Ask the Dempster Insurance Agency in Peoria if Auto Owners make sense for you.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya guselkumab may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
Cubs in San Francisco. Who are you banking on? Is sponsored by Busey Bank. Building business, growing wealth since 1868. I'm banking on Nico Horner, who's hitting .312 since the All-Star break, including 4 for 11 over the weekend against the Angels. Let's get the pitching matchup, sponsored by Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Enjoy the laid-back experience of Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Left-hander Matthew Boyd going for the Cubs. 12-6, a 2.61 ERA, including a victory over Milwaukee a week ago. Veteran right-hander Justin Verlander on the hill for the Giants. 1-10 this season with a 4.64 ERA. He lost to San Diego last Thursday. Season-high 7 runs in 4 1/3. The Giants have dropped 17 of Verlander's 22 starts. Around Baseball is sponsored by Great Clips. It's going to be great. Cubs start play today, 5.5 back of Milwaukee in the National League Central. Right now, top 6 in Milwaukee. The Brewers are leading the Diamondbacks 6-3. William Contreras with a 2-run home run. Here in San Francisco, it's time for baseball. Cubs, Giants, Pat, Ron. Next on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free Odyssey app. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
When every heartbeat counts, you need a team that leads with expertise. From arrhythmia mapping to advanced cardiac surgery, Loyola Medicine treats some of the region's most complex heart conditions by restoring rhythm and restoring lives. At Loyola Medicine, tough is what we do and who we are. Visit loyolamedicine.org/tough.
Well, you're cruising through the city, playlist on point, when you spot an NPC on their phone inching towards a crosswalk. What's the move? Floor it and try to beat them, or stop and let them cross? Smooth stop. Yeah, everyone's a pedestrian at some point during the day, so keep your eyes on the road and be ready to stop for pedestrians. Up for the challenge? Head to itsnotagamillinois.com to play the Retro Arcade.
The Chef IQ Sense is a wireless cooking thermometer everyone should have. It eliminates under or overcooking your chicken, fish, or meat to achieve perfection. Order one now at chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com.
Cubs fans, Pat Hughes here. Join Ron Coomer, Zach Zaidman, and me for every Cubs game on 670 The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
He drives one in the air, deep left center. Back goes Cruz. It's got a chance. Gone. Home run, Dansby Swanson. High fly ball, deep right field. This ball's got a chance. It is gone for a home run.
And if you live in the Chicago area, also on the free Odyssey app.
This Odyssey Sports broadcast is brought to you by Geico. Switch and save. Get more with Geico.
And now, Odyssey and 670 The Score bring you Chicago Cubs baseball on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago, this is Ian Happ.
Base hit into right. Cubs win the ball game. Ian Happ, a game-winning single.
Hey, it's Nico Horner.
Diving backhand stop by Horner, throws to first to get it. Sensational play.
Hey, it's Kyle Tucker.
Kyle drives one in the air to right field. That ball is gone. It's a 3-run homer.
This is what you came here for. You got the Cubs game on the Score.
Chicago Cubs baseball is presented to you in part by Benny's Beverage Depot, Nissan, Benjamin Moore, Hefty Trash Bags, Laturo Tire, James Hardy Building Products, Sea Glass Wine, Volvo, Sloan, Xfinity, It's Not a Game, Illinois.com, your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers, and Yingling, the oldest brewery in America. And now here's the Hall of Famer, Pat Hughes, and All-Star Ron Coomer with all the exciting play-by-play action of Chicago Cubs baseball. Chicago Cubs baseball is on the air from Oracle Park in Northern California. It's game one of a 3-game series between the Chicago Cubs and the San Francisco Giants. Good evening, everybody. Along with former Cub and All-Star Ron Coomer, it's Pat Hughes reporting. Zach Zaidman working alongside. We all thank you for joining us. We know it gets a little bit late back in the Midwest when the Cubs play night games here on the coast. But these are big games, as you know. The Cubs coming off of a great series in Anaheim, sweeping all 3 against the Angels to start this challenging journey.
And tonight in Game 1, the pitching matchup featuring Matthew Boyd for the Cubs and the future Hall of Famer Justin Verlander for San Francisco. It's a pleasant late summer evening here in Northern California. Temperature 64 degrees. Let's take a look at the lineups. Michael Busch will lead off at first base. Kyle Tucker in right field. The Cubs' designated hitter batting third is Seiya Suzuki. Pete Crow Armstrong in center. Carson Kelly batting fifth and doing the catching. Ian Happ in left field. Nico Horner, a Bay Area native, batting seventh and playing second base. Dansby Swanson at short. And batting ninth, the rookie third baseman, Matt Shaw. Those are the Cubs. Here are the Giants. The Giants are 5 games under 500. The Cubs are 21 above. San Francisco looks like this tonight. Leading off in left field, Elliot Ramos. Rafael Devers at first base. Willie Adames to bat third and play short. Casey Schmidt is the cleanup man. Casey will play second base. Wilmer Flores is the designated hitter. Flores batting fifth. Matt Chapman at third. Luis Matos batting seventh in right field. Patrick Bailey catching. And Drew Gilbert is the center fielder and batting ninth. The lineups were sponsored by Verizon, the most reliable 5G in Chicago. We are ready to go, the Cubs and the Giants. Back to get it started right after this on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
This is your home for every pitch of Cubs baseball. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio.
It's game time. Time to crack open a Yingling. After 196 years, the wait is over. Yingling is finally available here in Illinois. Look for it at your favorite bar or store. Yingling, the oldest brewery in America. And I can say this, partner, welcome home. This is kind of home for you, or as close as we get to it, right?
This is where I grew up and spent the first 26 years of my life, but I've been gone for a long time. And it is good to be back, but let's see what happens here in this first inning for the Cubs. Michael Busch leads it off. And the first pitch hit high in the air into right center and deep, but it is playable for Gilbert, the center fielder. The left-hander makes the catch over into right center. Busch jumping on the first pitch by Justin Verlander. One down, just underway. The batter, Kyle Tucker. Ron, what's the scouting report against Justin Verlander?
I would say, be ready to hit. From the very first pitch you see, I don't think Verlander's a guy that you're going to think is going to walk himself into getting in trouble. All the damage has been done at the top of the zone. When he doesn't get the ball up to the top, he throws a lot of balls in the middle of the plate, and that's been getting him in trouble.
Kyle Tucker takes outside. Game time temperature 64. Feels good here in the Bay Area. It was very, very hot and humid down in Anaheim. Game time temperature sponsored by Four Seasons as Tucker bounces it foul. Right side, Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric. Your trusted local experts. Four Seasons.
64 to 90. It's a little different, that's for sure. Beautiful weather here in San Francisco the last 2 days. We get to spend an off day here.
Tucker had a big series against the Angels. He'd like to pick up where he left off
In the 3 games, he belted 3 home runs and drove in 7. That'll get you back on track.
That's an outstanding series. And then what did the Cubs do? And the hitters behind him? Really well.
And the Cubs swept all 3. Here's the pitch by Verlander. Tucker swings and misses. The count 2-1. Now, Verlander, Ron, has made 22 starts this season. I had to look twice to make sure I was reading it properly. 1 win, and he is starting tonight his 23rd game of the year. Swing and a miss, and Tucker is out number 2. No score, first inning. The batter is Seiya Suzuki. It just didn't look right.
No, I absolutely agree, and I did the exact same thing. I not only pulled his numbers up this morning, and I went, well, that's not right. And then I went to another place to look at stats and said the same thing, and I really couldn't believe it. It's one of those things that you had to read a couple times to actually believe that it was true.
Now, he has pitched well in some games. He's pitched shutout ball, but been victimized by a lack of support by his offensive teammates, so he could have won probably 3 or 4 more starts, but still, he's not having a great year. His ERA, 4.64. His win-loss record, 1-10, which is very un-Verlander-like. Seiya Suzuki batting, swings and misses at a bender.
It seems to me as of late he's relying a lot more on the off-speed pitch. We've seen that already in this game with Tucker and with Suzuki.
Cubs lost 2 out of 3 to these Giants earlier this year at Wrigley. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Seiya takes down low. Cubs wearing their traveling uniforms. Dark blue shirts, red numbers on their backs, gray trousers, blue hats and helmets, a variety of shoe colors. Giants in their home, black shirts, white pants. Line drive, right center. That's going to be a base hit. Soft single for Suzuki. It keeps the first inning alive. And it brings up Pete Crow Armstrong. And let's see if Pete can drive in the first run or 2.
Well, he hit it kind of the way it was thrown. It was a breaking ball, not thrown real hard, and he didn't hit it all that hard, but found some outfield grass. So Suzuki with the first hit of the ball game today.
Giants sporting a different look in their home uniforms. They have white numbers on their backs, bright white trousers, as Pete Crow Armstrong takes a strike. They've got the black hats with the orange bills, black shirts. Definitely have not seen these unis worn by the Giants ever.
Yeah, this is their version of the City Connect kind of uniform, right?
Fastball is taken high, 1-1. I'll say yes.
Different hats, color, yeah, a lot of different colors in the uniform today for the Giants.
Uniform description sponsored by Benjamin Moore. Pete Crow Armstrong lays off some high heat. And the count 2-1. On the field or the walls of your home, the right team and colors make all the difference. Official paint of the Chicago Cubs, Benjamin Moore.
First inning powered by Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco Distributors Incorporated.
Toss to first, diving back in is Suzuki. It's a very unique ballpark. It does not remind you of any other yard, Ron.
I would agree. And the other thing, I mean, it's an absolutely gorgeous setting here in San Francisco. They put this ballpark, they just kind of sunk it right on the bay.
Swinging a pop-up, this is foul and out of play. The San Francisco Bay easily visible out beyond the right field fence. You see any number of nautical craft cruising by.
Yeah, this is some kind of setting. It really is.
Here's the pitch to Pete. Line drive, base hit down the right field line. It will be cut off out there by Matos. Racing to third is Suzuki on a sharp single by Pete Crow Armstrong. I'm sure there's a little extra satisfaction, Ron, getting a hit against a guy the caliber of a Justin Verlander.
Oh, absolutely. Pete will talk about that for a long time. People will ask him in years to come when Justin Verlander is getting inducted in the Hall of Fame 5 years after he gets done playing. And Pete's buddies will be like, how'd you do against Verlander? My first at bat, a bullet in San Francisco down the line.
That is a fact. Carson Kelly steps in. Cubs have a chance to score in the first with men at the corners and 2 down. Carson takes a breaking ball, strike. Kelly in that number 5 spot. His average 261, 41 runs batted in. He would love to add to that total right now. And the pitch, pop fly, right side, over toward the line, long run, Matos. Matos doesn't get it, foul ball. It drops untouched about 15 feet to the right of the right field line. The second baseman, Schmidt, had angled over, but it was either Matos or nobody, and nobody turned out to be the case. Now it's 0-2.
Ball does not carry well here at night, even though tonight now the flags are blowing out towards center and right center. But the air being right on the bay is always heavy here at night, and the ball does not carry well. And in the middle of the park, it's a big ballpark, as you were mentioning earlier.
Verlander facing the Cubs for the second time this season, 5th time in his career. Kelly trying to come through, takes low. Pete Armstrong steals second base. He was running the pitch in the dirt. I think he would have stolen it anyway, Ron, but when the pitch bounced in the dirt and was unable to be caught cleanly by Bailey, the catcher, it was a simple steal with no throw.
Yeah, Pete got a great jump at first. Yeah, now base hit will drive into.
The stretch by Verlander and the pitch low and outside, almost a wild pitch. Matthew Boyd has pitched great for the Cubs. He's the starter tonight. This would be a big plus if you could grab a 2-0 lead with Boyd waiting to go to work. Cubs 21 games above 500. Now the pitch. Kelly takes strike 3 called on the outside corner. And that ends the inning. Verlander gets the strikeout. Cubs get a couple of hits, leave 2 after a half. Cubs nothing. Giants coming up. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cub fans, Nico Horner here. Pat and Ron call every game on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Coom here. Labor Day in the Midwest means one thing. One last trip to the lake house before summer officially calls it a season. The grill is hot, coolers are packed, and if you're like me, you're bringing some Yingling along for the ride. Whether it's traditional lager, light lager, or flight, Yingling has a beer for every taste. Great beer, great company, and a little lake time. That's a winning combo in my book. Yingling, official beer of the Cubs Radio Network, DG Yingling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
Oh, this Bosch miter saw really is smooth. Feeling smooth. Who said that? It's your inner Bosch, baby. I'm that scoobity-bebop smooth feeling you get when you make smooth cuts with that mobity-mibbity-mibbity-mubbity-miter saw. So I'll just keep ski-bop sawing then? Now you're getting it. Beep-bop-beat-up, wow, miter saw is my favorite.
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch. Welcome to Dugout Radio, the undisputed home of Boomtown Baseball.
The Wi-Fi is booming with Xfinity, baby. Our next caller is
Stacy. How do you stay locked in on every pitch and play?
We stream it all live on Xfinity Internet with low lag, 99.99% network reliability, and speeds faster than a base runner beating the throw to home plate.
I stream on my TV, tablets, even my smart fridge.
Smart fridge?
With all those games, we gotta refuel.
Stream live baseball with Wi-Fi built for the biggest moments. Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed.
Car accident? Call D&W right now. Slip and fall? Call D&W right now. Any accident at all? Call D&W Law right now. Don't hesitate. Call the 8s, 312-888-8888.
We're working with engineer Tanika Burrell here in the Bay Area. Big crowd on hand. It's not going to be a sellout. As we go to the bottom of the first inning, Elliot Ramos, the left fielder, leads it off against Matthew Boyd. Justin Verlander just made some baseball history with that strikeout of Carson Kelly. We'll get back to that in a minute as Boyd misses outside. It was career strikeout for him, number 3,516. He has just moved into sole possession of 9th place on the all-time Major League Baseball strikeout list, one ahead of the legendary Walter Johnson.
Wow.
That's pretty good company right there. Ramos takes a changeup from Boyd low and in. Ron, you played against a lot of the guys in the top 10 list.
I thought you were going to say Walter Johnson. I was going to say, I don't remember that.
You missed him by a week or two. Here's a fastball. Fastball is going to be high, and uncharacteristically, Boyd walking the leadoff man, Ramos. But let me read the top 10 in baseball history. Of course, Nolan Ryan, number 1. With the unthinkable total of 5,714.
Amazing.
Then you go to Randy Johnson, about 900 strikeouts behind Ryan. Roger Clemens is third. Steve Carlton, 4. Bert Blyleven, 5. You faced a lot of these guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tom Seaver. Don Sutton is 7th. Gaylord Perry, 8. And now Justin Verlander, 9.
Wow.
That's quite a list.
It really is.
Rafael Devers, the batter, no score, bottom of the first. Lefty to lefty, and Boyd misses outside 1-1. I know you faced Randy Johnson.
Yep.
You homered for your first big league home run against him. Here's the 1-1. Wrapped on the ground to second, fielded by Horner. Go to Swanson, 1 over to first. That's a double play. Devers out easily. Normally on a ball like that, Ron, it would be a bang-bang play on the back end, but Devers was out by 3 full strides. Now, he might have some kind of a leg issue that we're not aware of. I would think maybe that is the case.
Yeah, this ball's hit in the hole, and he really does not run all that hard down the line. I do not know whether or not he is banged up or not, but he did not run. Yeah, and he's not running comfortably, that's for sure.
It's a double play, score at 4-6-3. 2 down, nobody on, no score, bottom of the first. And the next pitch swung on and missed by Willie Adames. Double play is turned by the Cubs, sponsored by Nissan. Experience the thrill at NissanUSA.com. Certainly some Cub fans in attendance. There always are. A lot of Cub fans make their home in the Bay Area. Here's the 0-2. Fouled away by Adames. Adames played for Craig Counsell when the two were employed by the Milwaukee Brewers. Adames still with power. 22 home runs, 65 driven in. But he's not hitting for a good average. .225, batting third in the order. That's not what you think of as a number 3 man.
No, it really isn't. That's one of those things that, for San Francisco, they got to get more production out of him swinging the bat.
Strike 3, and the inning is over. Boyd strikes out Adames. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers. Those are worth noting because they are brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. Neither team scores. We go to the second inning on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Join us for some Cubs talk every morning. Mully and Haw, mornings 5:30 to 10 on The Score.
Future You is using their rapid rewards for their next vacation. All thanks to present you signing up with Southwest Airlines, where you earn points every time you fly. Because what's the point of points that future you can't use? And since your Rapid Rewards points don't expire, you can save up for that big trip. Get ready to reward future you with a future flight. Sign up for Rapid Rewards today and redeem your points on any seat, any day, anytime. Only at Southwest. All Rapid Rewards rules and regulations apply and can be found at southwest.com/RR terms.
When I got sick, I spent years looking for answers. But it only took one conversation with my team at Northwestern Medicine to correct my misdiagnosis. I'm Daniel. When Parkinson's changed my life, so did my Spanish-speaking care team.
The Northwestern Medicine Parkinson's Disease and Movement Disorders Center offers specialized, culturally sensitive care. Their Spanish-speaking team was the first to provide Daniel with innovative treatment in the language he preferred. Northwestern Medicine. Better.
Here's a club you'll want to get into. Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings could up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
James Hardie Building Products knows how important your home is. That's why they're rated the #1 brand of siding in North America. James Hardie is proud to sponsor the Cubs. James Hardie Building Products, siding with the Cubs.
Happ hitting .226. Nico. Pitch and doesn't get it. Something off speed, looked like a splitter or change. It was down near the dust, and that's out number 1.
Yeah, Verlander, he's always had good off-speed stuff, and, especially the reputation of the big fastball. Throws this ball right at the bottom of the zone, and it ends up at the shoe tops. It's topped out today at 93 miles an hour so far. Speed gun is always powered by Xfinity. Gets seriously powerful Wi-Fi. Xfinity, the Wi-Fi is booming.
Nico Horner hits a drive to deep right center. On the run, Gilbert and Matos. Gilbert, after a long run, makes the catch. The left-handed center fielder still about 15 feet shy of the track. Nico gave that a long ride, but in night games, Ron, I don't know that we've ever seen a ball go over the fence at the 415 sign here in right center.
Yeah, it's going to take, some doing. So someone with some serious thunder's got to hit one out that way. I'm not saying it can't be done. There have been some pretty good power hitters in this ballpark through the years that have put on that black and orange uniform, but you got to have some thunder if you're going to drive one over that 415 mark.
First pitch to Dansby. Swanson is down low. Now, you would have played a game or two in this park, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I like playing here. This was a beautiful ballpark. Nice facility.
Down low to Dansby, 2-0.
I just thought when I first came here and the first time you saw this ballpark, I just thought it was such a beautiful setting of dropping this park right next to the bay. And then the thing that I always love about ballparks is make it unique to your fans and your everybody knows you're in San Francisco when you come here. Mm-hmm. You just do. The glove, the big Coke bottle in left, the big scoreboard, the bay obviously is so prevalent. But you're in San Francisco when you come here. You look at Wrigley Field in a picture, instantly it's Wrigley Field.
Swanson takes a strike. They call the area just beyond the right field fence the McCovey Cove.
Very fitting, right?
Yeah.
You watched Willie McCovey play many, many ball games as a kid, didn't you?
And Willie Mays and Orlando Cepeda and Jim Ray Hart, Juan Marichal, Gaylord Perry. Time to get back to the action. Pop-up caught by the second baseman Schmidt. Cubs go in order in the second inning. 0-0 game. This is The Score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Chicago, this is Owen Casey. Pat and Ron call every game here on Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Plumbing emergency? Plumbers 911 connects you with licensed, highly trained, background-checked contractors for any plumbing issue. Leak detection, water heaters, sump pumps, repiping, and more. Phones are open 24/7 at 1-833-PLUM-911. Plumbers 911, where they do it right the first time.
Hey, baseball fans, now at Verizon, they are knocking it out of the park with low prices. Locked in for 3 years guaranteed on my plan. Get a single line for a low price of just $50 a month when you switch, and bring your phone on unlimited welcome with auto pay, plus taxes and fees. Only on the network you can count on. Slide into your local Chicago Verizon store today.
$20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speed. Price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rate. Additional terms and conditions apply.
Where do the Cubs shop to celebrate a big win? Binny's Beverage Depot. Binny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Oh, hey.
Hey, thanks for meeting me here. It's just, you're my only lawyer friend, and I need your professional opinion. You see that brand new Hyundai Tucson out there? That's all I paid for it.
Let me get back to you on that. Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. At the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Right now, for a limited time, you can lease the Hyundai Tucson for $239 a month or get $1,750 bonus cash. Offers end September 2nd. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
FinishingChicago.com for the industry's best drywall finishing, wall covering, glass systems, signage, and painting contractors. Rely on FinishingChicago.com.
Join us September 5th through the 7th as the Cubs celebrate the Cubs Hall of Fame class of 2025. Friday is Sammy Sosa Day, Saturday is Derek Lee Day, and on Sunday, both will have their Wrigley Field plaques unveiled and receive their Hall of Fame jackets on the field. Be here for it. Tickets still available at Cubs.com/tickets. Pat?
Two great sluggers and great guys. I saw every home run, I believe, that Derek Lee ever hit in a Cub uniform, and I saw the great majority of Sammy's home runs. Gave us a lot of thrills as they gave the fans a tremendous amount of joy and excitement over the years. Derek Lee lives in Sacramento, which is a couple of hours away from where we are in San Francisco. Change up by Matthew Boyd, swung on and missed by Casey Schmidt, and that is out number one. The Cubs leadoff man, by the way, was brought to you by Binny's Beverage Depot. If a Cubs leadoff hitter in the first inning gets a base hit, Binny's Beverage Depot donates $100 to the Greater Chicago Food Depository. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking. No score, second inning, one away, deep drive. This is trouble. Back toward the wall, and this is a home run for Wilmer Flores. Wilmer Flores pulls a home run to straightaway left, and the Giants have taken a 1-0 lead.
Now, Flores has always been a guy that you got to be careful of, especially left-handed pitcher. He has always done damage against lefties. He's one of those guys that when you make a mistake, he is ready to hit when he steps in the box. It's an inside fastball, and he was right on time. This is actually not a bad pitch, but he took a pitch maybe in off the plate and hit it in seats.
It left the park in a hurry, kind of a high line drive. Giants lead 1-0, and Matt Chapman, the right-handed batting third baseman, will take a strike.
All reviews in this game are sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. Second opinion's always a good idea. Get yours, Northwestern Medicine.
Chapman has missed some time to injury, and when he's been healthy, he's not having a great year, hitting .227. He's always a good glove man at third. He does have 16 home runs, driven in 44. Here comes the pitch by Matthew Boyd. Chapman takes a fastball inside. Sometimes we talk about the defensive alignment against a particular Cubs hitter. When we do, that is sponsored by Fitzgerald Equipment. Material handling handled. Learn more at FitzgeraldEquipment.com. Down low, ball 4 to Chapman. So a homer and now a walk. Cubs are down by a run with one away in the second inning. The batter, Luis Matos.
Now, Boyd went with the changeup that last pitch. Actually made a pretty good pitch. The ball just kind of dove down. It was a very good take by Chapman to not swing at that changeup.
Matos has the feet spread very wide apart, almost to the point that it looks uncomfortable. It's kind of in a squat position. You wonder how he can generate any real power with that stance. He does have 2 home runs for the year. Matos takes outside.
Guys that hit like that, where they get real spread out, have had movement problems with their upper body moving towards the pitcher and their head moving through the years, and that is their solution to trying to eliminate the movement with their head so they can see the ball better.
Popped up foul out of place. So in other words, they start where they used to wind up.
That's exactly right. They've eliminated. So you're going to notice, too, when you watch him, he does not have much of a stride at all. It's just basically rolls up on that heel, puts it right back down, and just stays right where he's at with his front foot.
Here is the 1-2 pitch on the way. Fly ball to left. Hard hit ball toward the left field corner. Over there is Happ. And Happ makes the catch. Tagging from first and going to second is Chapman. Happ made a tremendous play up against the side netting near the foul pole in left. It was maybe 10 feet shy of the pole, but Happ never quit on that ball. Ran over and made the catch.
They're gonna review this, Pat. I think what they're saying is this ball hit the net first and went into Ian's glove. That's what I think they're gonna say, and we're gonna get a review.
Bob Melvin is the manager for the Giants.
Catch in left field.
So it's either going to be the second out with Chapman at second base, or Chapman will return to first, and the count will remain 1-2 on Matos on a foul ball. I'm watching it from our angle. It looked like he caught it before it hit the screen. What do you think?
You know, I'm not real sure. And to me, if you were to burn your challenge on this play, I actually think it hits the screen. Now, that last view we just had on the stadium scoreboard screen looked like it hit the wall. All the other views, I don't think it did. But to burn your review here, that you better be pretty sure, because this isn't, it's not giving up a run by any means, or giving you a run.
There's an orange line that is appearing on the video that I'm watching.
The ball did hit the net, therefore it is a foul ball. Call is overturned.
Foul ball, call overturned. You hear the crew chief, Chris Guccione, working at second base. So it did hit the netting. Chad Whitson calling balls and strikes tonight. Edwin Moscoso. Let me correct that. Edwin Moscoso is working home. Guccione working at first. David Rackley at second and Chad Whitson at third. Okay. Monto's still up there. And the 1-2. And he drives one to left center field. Hard hit. Back toward the left center field fence. Cole Armstrong makes a great running catch. And hustling back to first is Chapman. I don't think there are many guys in the big leagues who make the play on that ball after a long run. And Pete can really run. He caught that ball right near the left center field fence and got it back in. Excellent play.
Well, you talk about an advantage Cubs coming to a visitor's ballpark. When you have somebody with the speed of Pete Crow Armstrong that can go get him in this very large center field area as far as real estate, big advantage Cubs, and he went a long way to go get that last ball.
I'd say about 130 feet. He sprinted from dead center out to deep left center.
And the other thing about that, how about that ball not going out of the ballpark? Ooh. That ball was really tagged, and it would not, if it hit the wall, it would have hit the base of the wall.
These might be the deepest alleys, Ron, in the big leagues, as you say that. Certainly the alley in right center is the deepest single alley that I'm aware of. Yep. 415 to right center, and it's 399 in deep left center. So enormous alleys.
I think in left center, the only one bigger that I can come up with is Pittsburgh, where it's 410, I think, to that left center field, one angle of the wall where it comes to an angle by the bullpen.
Where the gate is.
Huge outfield here. Yep.
Patrick Bailey waiting for the 0-2 from Matthew Boyd. The runner goes, the pitch high. Throw to second base. The tag, safe at second base. Nico tagged the head-first sliding Chapman on the back of the leg. Cubs are now challenging or watching the video, and they're not going to challenge. That was a close play, but it's a stolen base for Chapman. And Bailey has a count of 1-2.
Chapman took off on first movement against Boyd. Oh, very close. They could have called him out at second base. That was really close.
The 1-2 to Bailey fouled away. Bailey hitting .211. Right-handed batting catcher, 2 home runs, 38 driven in. Matthew Boyd seeking his 13th win of the year here tonight. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him on a high fastball. No runs for the Giants. It's on to inning number 3. Giants 1, Cubs nothing. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talking Cubs Monday through Friday afternoons with Spiegel and Holmes, 2 to 6 on The Score.
Since 1962, Fitzgerald Equipment has kept businesses moving with forklifts, rentals, and expert service. Featuring heli forklifts built to go the distance. Visit FitzgeraldEquipment.com. Trusted equipment powered by heli. Fitzgerald Equipment. Material handling handled. Proud partner of Cubs Radio.
Future You is using their rapid rewards for their next vacation. All thanks to present you signing up with Southwest Airlines, where you earn points every time you fly. Because what's the point of points that future you can't use? And since your Rapid Rewards points don't expire, you can save up for that big trip. Get ready to reward future you with a future flight. Sign up for Rapid Rewards today and redeem your points on any seat, any day, anytime. Only at Southwest. All Rapid Rewards rules and regulations apply and can be found at southwest.com/RR terms.
You're cruising the city when an NPC enters the crosswalk. What's the move? Floor it and beat him. Or stop and let him cross. Smooth stop. Can you keep making the right call? Head to itsnotagameillinois.com to play the retro arcade.
Hey, it's David Hoffer, Chef IQ. You know the feeling when you're about to cut into a juicy steak and hope it tastes as perfect as it looks? That sounds delicious. Worry no more. The Chef IQ Sense is a wireless cooking thermometer that eliminates undercooking or overcooking your chicken, fish, or meat, whether on a stovetop, oven, or grill. The probe is inserted into your food, connected wirelessly to an app. Once you select your desired doneness, the app alerts you when to take the steaks off the grill or the turkey out of the oven. It's that simple. Order one now on chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com.
Save time every time for a great haircut. Just download the Great Clips app or check in online at greatclips.com. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Matt Shaw is on deck for the Cubs. Who's on deck is brought to you by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit timbertech.com. Pat?
Zach, thank you. We go to the third inning. Let's see if the Cubs offense can get on the board. Matt Shaw will lead things off against the right-hander Justin Verlander, and he'll take a breaking ball for strike 1. Shaw's been one of the hottest Cubs hitters since the All-Star break, hitting .298 with some power also. He drives one foul down the left field line. Well, it's about time for us to make our attendance picks. In the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game, I'll guess 35,153.
Okay. I'll go 36,000. How's that?
Fine. I wasn't going to dispute any figure.
I didn't think you would.
If you're comfortable with it.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but yeah, we just throw a number out there and see what happens.
I'll throw it out there, 38,000.
38,000? Well, Zach must have went out on the off day.
Had a lot of friends yesterday.
Here is the 0-2 to Matt Shaw. Swings and misses. And a curveball that ended up way outside. Verlander chalking up his 4th strikeout. And now the Cubs will get their second looks at him. Michael Busch flied to deep center to lead off the game.
And we got some special guests in the booth here during this game today. They're coming in and out. You know anything about that, partner?
They look very familiar. In fact, I had dinner with them. Now, my nephew, Andy Judge. That's my sister's youngest son. And Andy's son, Alex. And Alex has already put on the headsets.
Yeah.
Here comes the 1-0 pitch, swing and a foul back by Busch.
Well, looks like my job's in jeopardy quick. He's got the jersey. He looks like a ball player. Yeah.
He's even got the microphone in place, ready to speak.
Yeah.
He's a good ball player, though. Alex is a slugger on his team. They play with smaller bats and balls and bases. Alex is 5, coming up on 6, right? Here's the ground ball toward the middle. The shortstop is there. Adames will throw to first in time, and that's going to be out number 2. Cubs trail 1-0, 3rd inning, and the batter is Kyle Tucker.
A little too hopper to short, and so far Verlander has kept Cubs offense at bay. They had a chance in the first inning, 2nd and 3rd, and 2 outs, but Verlander was able to pitch out of that issue.
Tucker struck out in the first inning. Here's the pitch to Kyle. It's in for a strike.
I would say Verlander's thrown about 65 to 70% off-speed pitches so far in this ballgame.
Here comes the 0-1 pitch by the veteran. Tucker lays off. It's a top of the zone strike, and the count 0-2.
High change-up to Tuck there.
Verlander, 2-time World Series champion, both with Houston in 2017 and again in 2022. Dusty Baker managed that second team. Here's a pitch low and inside for a ball, check swing. But he has been one of the best of his generation.
Watched him come up early in his career as a young guy with the Giants. With Detroit. And just blazing fastball. And excellent slider. And you knew right away he knew what he was doing on the mound. He really had great poise and incredible arm.
He's got to be the only current big leaguer who started. Here's a swing and a line drive, base hit into right center for Tucker, who started his big league career in the year 2005.
Yeah.
I don't think any of those other graduates of that year are still around in the majors today, except him.
Yeah. Little backdoor breaking ball to Tuck, and he stays right on this pitch and hooks it into center field, hit this ball sharply. Right back where it came from, so a little 2-out single for the Cubs. See if Suzuki now can do a little damage.
Would Tucker be running here?
I think you certainly could. The home run ball is, we've seen one already in this game, but you know it's not going to be prevalent in these first 2 night games, you wouldn't think. The ball does not carry here at night. It does during the day, but it does make a manager think about doing a few other things to get the offense going, and stealing a base is one of them.
Suzuki had a single his first time. He takes inside, ball 2. He's throwing a lot of off-speed pitches.
Ton. Never seen this before. He wanted the last one, too. He thought that was a strike. It was just inside to Suzuki.
Here's the next offering. In there for a called strike. Well, when a guy is throwing one off-speed pitch after another, eventually won't the hitter say, why even look for something else?
I would be looking, after the first inning, really, I would have gone up there looking off-speed pitch. You have to. He did not throw a fastball to Tucker. He has not thrown a fastball to Suzuki. I don't think he threw a fastball to Shaw. If he did, it was 1.
Seiya looks at a ball outside, and the count now 3-1. Now, this might be a pitch where Tucker could run, 3-1.
Yep, that last pitch was a fastball.
Outfield deep and straight away. Ramos, Gilbert, and Matos left to right. The pitch taken high, ball 4. Cubs have 2 men on with 2 down, and it brings up Pete Crow Armstrong. Cub fans kind of buzzing a little bit. Pete had a base hit his first time, hit it sharply right down the right field line.
See, this could be a good matchup. If Pete can get the breaking ball, he's just got to try to get it up in the zone somewhat. Verlander's going to try to throw it down and bounce it, or throw it right at the shoe top and get Pete to chase it. If he can get it in the zone, it's a good matchup.
Inside for a ball. Pete with 82 runs batted in. He would love to add to that total right about now. Matos playing deep and right. Now Verlander glancing back and delivers. Swinging a bouncer foul. Another off-speed delivery. Pete with 28 home runs.
Verlander doesn't like the baseballs today. He's had to throw out 10 baseballs already.
Verlander has had a tremendous career. Certain Hall of Famer someday.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the pitch. Fastball is inside.
Boy, it's like he started out the game throwing a lot of off-speed stuff, and now here just the last 4 or 5 pitches, all of a sudden now the fastball's come into play.
Verlander glancing back at the runner, and the pitch to Pete is swung on and fouled back. 3 times Verlander has been a Cy Young Award winner. 2011, 2019, and 2022. Mentioned he's won 2 World Series, both with the Astros. 9 times he's been an All-Star. Here's the pitch to Crow Armstrong. It's outside. It's 3-2. Slight advantage here. Runners will be moving on this payoff pitch with 2 down. Pete trying to get the Cubs on the board. Leading at second is Tucker. Suzuki away from first. Time is called.
I would be surprised if Verlander throws Pete a strike here.
We are in the twilight hour in the Bay Area. Lights are on. They have not yet taken full effect, but the sun has definitely set. Now the 3-2. And the pitch swung on and missed. Strike 3. A pitch down near the dust, and the throw to first in time to get a hustling Pete Crow Armstrong. Swung at a pitch down in the dust. Cubs do not score. We go to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Giants 1 and the Cubs nothing on the score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs fans, Pete Crow Armstrong here. Pat and Ron call every game on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
It's grilling season. Time to fire it up and share a little grilling wisdom. Step up your grilling game with Hatfield marinated pork tenderloin. Packed with flavor, easy to cook, and perfect for any backyard cookout. Honey garlic teriyaki and savory brown sugar. There's a flavor for everyone. So put some pork on your fork. Visit simplyhatfield.com to find a fresh time market near you. Hatfield. Better care, better pork.
Back to school is just around the corner, and if summer has wreaked havoc on your kids' hair, Great Clips is here to help. From overgrown mops to tangled tresses, you can use online check-in to get a haircut worthy of those first aid picks, faster, at low prices that'll make you smile. So what are you waiting for? It's time to say goodbye to summer shaggy and hello to school year sharp. Download the Great Clips app today. Back to school haircuts at Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Hi, it's Lou Manfredini for the Gilkey Window Company. I've been talking about these windows for 25 years. The Gilkey family has been making these windows for 45 years. They make, in my opinion, the best windows and doors you could put in your home. I put them in my home. You can do the same now during their summer special. Get $375 off each window, $1,000 off their really nice patio doors with no money down. Call 888-3-GILKEY. That's 888-3-GILKEY or visit Gilkey.com.
Illinois Bone and Joint Institute, a leader in comprehensive orthopedic care. Visit IBJI.com for locations.
Bottom three, Giants with a 1-0 lead over the Cubs. 62 degrees, still sunny here in San Francisco. Time and temperature sponsored by Circa Sports Illinois. Bet like the pros and download the Circa Sports app today. Pat?
All right, Zach. Patrick Bailey made the last out of the second inning, so Drew Gilbert is leading off. He takes a strike from Matthew Boyd. Here's this pitch fouled away. Gilbert hitting 107 with a homer and 2 runs batted in. The Giants' similar record to the team the Cubs saw all weekend down in Anaheim. The Giants are 63-68. They did knock off Milwaukee last weekend, 2 out of 3 in Wisconsin.
Yeah, they did us a little favor.
Big
going down there, yeah.
A couple of big favors, but they're not a great team, but they're not awful either. I mean, they're only 5 games below the 500 mark. Here's a drive toward right center, playable for the right fielder Tucker, and that's out number 1. Put it this way, Ron, they're good enough where it's difficult to sweep a team like this.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You know, they've got some star players in their lineup that can do some real damage. You know, got some guys that can really hit, and we've seen that before. And then, at the end of the day, you get a well-pitched ball game like right now. Verlander is throwing the heck out of the ball. He's not giving up a run yet in the first 3 innings, giving up 3 hits. And, he's one of those guys. If he's on that night, he could be tough.
Elliot Ramos, the batter. 0-2 on Elliot Ramos. Going back to the Angels, the Cubs did sweep all 3, but the scores in 2 of the games were 3-2 and 4-3, games that could have gone either way. Cubs did blow out the Angels 12-1 in the middle game on Saturday night. Here's the 0-2 outside, but it's always tough, Ron, to sweep any big league road series.
No doubt about it. I think the one thing about that last series that was so good was Cubs pitching. That pitch just misses wide, right? Cubs pitching was outstanding when you think about the scores of the games.
Yes, sir.
Right? That was the big thing, the rotation and the bullpen.
Looper into shallow right center. It's going to fall in for a base hit. 1-out single by Elliot Ramos. And the batter, Rafael Devers. Giants lead 1-0. A second inning home run by Wilmer Flores is the difference in the game.
And we're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. And we're already putting him to work. I see that. He's been working here. You always say you get too close to the microphone, you get put to work. Here we go. This Hall of Fame broadcaster guy said that to me. I think it's your uncle.
It's great to have my nephew and my great-nephew here. They're actually both great-nephews, but never mind.
Yeah.
Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way. And it's outside for a ball to count 1-1. Just getting started here. We'll be right back out here again tomorrow night. And then a day game on Thursday before heading to Colorado for a 3-game series with the Rockies. The 1-1, a swing and a miss. Devers was trying to knock that one all the way to Boston. And that's a pretty long drive from here.
Well, that's a long drive.
They acquired him from Boston earlier this year in a highly publicized trade. Devers takes down low for a ball, and the count 2-2.
I think it's kind of funny. Boston wanted Devers after having him move positions without really, it's a bad situation. He moved to the DH spot, then they lost their first baseman, and they wanted him to move spots again. He said no. They traded him to San Francisco, and now he's playing a spot that the Boston Red Sox wanted him to play first base. It's one of those things where he's got a little screwed up over there, and they ended up losing out on a guy that's a major, major run producer.
83 runs batted in, Ron.
And he's had some struggles this year. And he's going to be a 100 RBI guy with some real struggles in the middle of this season.
2-2 pitch, strike 3 call. Fastball got him at the knees. Seemed to surprise Devers a little bit. That's a strikeout for Matthew Boyd.
Yeah, that was the low fastball instead of the high fastball that he was accustomed to. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers are brought to you by Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. But excellent pitch, hit the bottom of the zone at the knees. Boyd does not pitch down there all that much, left on left, but he got the punch out there.
Willie Adames takes a strike. Adames in the first year of a big free agent contract that he signed. The power numbers are not bad, but the batting average is very low. Here comes the 0-1. Adames swings and misses. How would you rate him? We saw him a lot when the Cubs and Adames were in the same division in Milwaukee. How would you rate him defensively?
Very good. I think he's an excellent shortstop. He's a great big guy for a shortstop. I'll say that. But he's got good hands.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3 ends the inning, Ron.
Makes the routine play, too, over and over. And at shortstop, that's what you want.
Giants don't score. We go to inning number 4. It's San Francisco 1 and the Cubs nothing. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talking Cubs Monday through Friday afternoons with the Spiegel and Holmes Show, 2 to 6 on The Score.
It's time for Trash Day Nose Yoga with Hefty. Let's transform stinky scenarios with a joyful scent of Fabuloso. Inhale. You forgot to empty your kid's lunchbox. Exhale. A field of lavender. Inhale. Stinky leftovers. Exhale. Watermelon in the summer. That's the power of Hefty Ultra Strong Trash Bags with Fabuloso.
Hefty, Hefty, Hefty.
Bet365 is paying out before the final whistle.
Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout offer. When you bet on a team to win and they take a 17-point lead, you get paid no matter the final score. Forget the final whistle and start counting that cash. Hold up. You get early payout on parlays, too.
Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Illinois. T&Cs apply.
At Wintrust, our approach lets Cubs fans show their pride anytime, anywhere. With the Cubs debit card from Wintrust Community Banks, you don't just swipe, you make a statement. It's like a megaphone for your wallet, broadcasting Cubs pride with every transaction. Visit wintrust.com/Cubs to choose an eligible account and score your Cubs debit card. That's wintrust.com/Cubs. Wintrust. Different approach, better results. Cubs debit card is not available at all Wintrust Community Banks charters. Member FDIC.
James Hardy Building Products knows how important your home is. That's why they're rated the #1 brand of siding in North America. James Hardy is proud to sponsor the Cubs. James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs.
The Out-of-Town Scoreboard is sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app now and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. And what a turn of events in Milwaukee. The Diamondbacks have scored 5 times combined between the 7th and 8th innings. They've tied things up 8-8 with the Brewers now after 8.
That's an easy one to remember. 8-8 after 8. As we go to this 4th inning, I'm sure Zach will keep us updated. Cubs start the night 5.5 games behind Milwaukee for the division lead. Carson Kelly first up, hits a high pop fly foul down the right field line. Motto, Schmidt, and Devers all chasing. And Schmidt makes an excellent catch. The second baseman in the middle of the 3 after a long run made a basket catch and then fell down. What a play he made.
Boy, you talk about a great catch. Man, he catches this ball waist high running away from the plate. So this is over his shoulder, running diagonally towards the wall, the side wall in foul territory, and then slides. Excellent play by the second baseman, Schmidt. Wow.
Cubs down 1-0. Here's Ian Happ lining one down the right field line. Base hit up against the wall. Happ is going for a double, and he will have 2 bases. Happ, a 1-out double here in the 4th inning. That's the tying run. And let's see if Nico Horner can drive him in.
Now Verlander does a little off-speed pitch, and Ian goes out and hooks this ball. The one place that you can hit the home run that the ball will always carry here is right down that right field line. It's only 309, as Pat was talking on earlier with a big wall, but very short porch and right. Ian hooks that ball down into the corner and ends up with a 1-out double.
Nico flied to center his first time. He will take down low from Verlander. Happ a 2-bagger after Kelly popped out to start off the inning. And it's great to hear there are definitely some Cub fans in attendance here in the Bay Area. Warner flied to deep center his first time. Verlander's pitch. Nico will take a strike. Center fielder Gilbert not playing all that deep.
Well, I think, with the ball that Horner hit to right center, he blasted that one. It didn't make it to the track.
Fly ball to right, pretty well hit. Back goes Matos, makes the catch. Tagging and going from second to third is Happ safely. Horner hit it hard, just not quite hard enough to get over the head of Matos, who made the catch back near the warning track in deep right center, and that's out number 2. And it brings up Dansby Swanson.
Nico's hit 2 balls right on the button, one to right center, and this one to straight right. And, we've talked about it at the beginning of the show, and the ball just does not carry well here, at nighttime, and Nico has been victimized by that twice.
Verlander from the windup. Dansby takes inside. Now, Ron, you had to have this at bat hundreds of times in your career. 2 outs, a runner at third. What's the plan?
Well, with Verlander throwing a lot of off-speed stuff, I would look for off-speed, and I would be trying to dump this ball. I would be shooting for right center field against Verlander in this at-bat.
Down low, the count 2-0.
I just don't think, with Verlander being at his age right now, he doesn't want to get beat with his fastball. He doesn't want to get beat with a fastball in the middle of the plate. So he's going to spin pitches up there and throw changeups to try to get you to chase. But he will spin one in there, like now 2-0, and maybe just try to steal a strike. That would be the ball, the pitch, that I would try to take advantage of and shoot it the other way.
Verlander into the windup, and the pitch, curveball in there for a strike. There it was.
Yep, that's the one I would. And it was away, and that's why, looking to shoot the ball the other way, in this situation, in this ballpark with the ball not carrying.
Dansby has 58 RBIs. He'd like to add to that total right now. The pitch. Bouncing ball toward third and foul. Dansby never left the batting box area. 2-2. These two franchises, Ron, they have been battling each other since the Giants were in New York, going back to 1883. They've had over 2,200 games against each other and a lot of classics. The 2-2 down low. In fact, as I walked into the booth, I recalled the division series of 2016 on the way to the Cubs World Championship. They had to beat a tough Giants team, and they did so in 4 games, winning the clincher right here.
Yeah, I remember that. That was some comeback victory, too. That was some ball game.
3-run rally in the 9th, as I recall, in that decisive game. Dansby checks and takes outside, ball 4. So now 2 men on, the rookie Matt Shaw coming up. How is Matt approaching this at-bat with men at first and third?
Now, he chased a couple breaking balls from Verlander in his first at-bat and struck out on a breaking ball down and away. To me, you've got to get this breaking ball in the zone if you're Matt Shaw. I don't know if he's going to see many fastballs in the zone yet. One thing about it, in this at-bat now with Swanson at first, you got a big hole on the right side of the diamond.
The pitch to Shaw. Breaking ball strike from Verlander. Verlander up to 67 pitches.
lot of deep counts. You're throwing a lot of off-speed pitches, you're going to end up with a lot of deep counts.
Here comes the 0-1 to the rookie Shaw. Down low, saved by the catcher Bailey on a good block.
That ball bounced in front of home plate. That hit Bailey way up high by the neck. Great block by Bailey to save a run.
Happ is the runner at third. Swanson at first. 2 down. 2 on, a ball and a strike. On the number 9 hitter, Matt Shaw, trying to come through. The pitch. It's down low. He seems to be having a good look at these pitches, Ron.
Yeah, he's had a little better look this time than last. He's seen all breaking balls so far from Verlander in this at-bat.
Cub fans in attendance, ready to make some noise. The pitch, strike, another curveball. Watching Verlander, it's like you're watching a different pitcher than the guy we have seen in the past.
100%. He's pitching backwards, like he used to be an absolute power guy. Now, there's where you got to watch the fastball because he'll pitch backwards and try to freeze you with a heater with 2 strikes. But he's thrown 4 pitches to Shaw. All of them have been off speed.
Runners lead, first and third. Cubs down by a run, 4th inning. Throw to first, and Swanson just does get back in. That was close. Bob Melvin, the manager, pondering whether or not to challenge that call. I don't think he's going to.
Dansby was going. He was leaning towards second when Verlander picked it first, and he just barely got back.
Tying run at third. There goes the runner at first. Line drive, base hit. Base hit to left. Going to third is Swanson safely on a base hit by Matt Shaw. Ball game tied at 1. The rookie comes through again.
All breaking balls from Verlander, and this one stays up in the zone. And Matty just hooks this ball between short and third. Another curveball, and, after seeing an entire at-bat, his first at-bat, and now all hooks in this one, he stayed right on that last one and hit a bullet to left.
His 34th run batted in. Again, you can hear the Cub fans here in attendance in the Bay Area. Swanson running with the pitch goes to third. And now Bush hits a high pop fly foul. Third base side might be playable, and it is for Chapman to end the inning. Bush fouls out, but the Cubs get even, scoring a run on 2 hits and a walk. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Cubs 1, Giants 1 on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Michael Bush. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Experience design you feel in every detail, and technology as innovative as it is effortless with Buick. These are luxuries you don't have to wait for. This is Buick now. Buick, exceptional by design. Well-qualified buyers get 0.9% APR financing on 2025 Buick models. Plus, current eligible non-GM owners and lessees get $3,000 purchase allowance on Encore GX, $1,000 purchase allowance on Envision, $250 purchase allowance on Envista, and $500 purchase allowance on Enclave. Must be a current owner of a 2011 model year or newer non-GM vehicle, or a current lessee of a 2020 model year or newer non-GM vehicle for at least 30 days prior to new vehicle sale. Length of contract limited. Some customers will not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 9/2/25.
Hey, baseball fans, it's time to pick a side, Team Mayo or Team Hater. And if you are still riding with the haters, Hellman's has a message. We've leveled up. We're talking spicy mayo, garlic aioli, chili lime, and Italian herb. That's classic, creamy Hellman's taste with a bold twist. So go ahead, haters, take one bite. Then try to tell us you're not ready to sign with the winning team. Mayo haters, prepare to eat your words.
Fans know a steal when they see one, like tuxedos and suits from Suits 2020 at Niles. Why rent when you can own one for about the same price? Schedule your free fitting at Suits2020.com.
League Leaders are sponsored by American Sail. Bring the fun home. Aaron Judge leads the majors in batting average. He's hitting .321. Cal Raleigh now with 50 home runs to lead the majors. The first catcher to ever hit 50 home runs. And Kyle Schwarber, the RBI leader, guys, with 110. Pat?
I did see that note earlier, Zach. That's impressive. 50 home runs, and we still have 5 or 6 games in August remaining, Ron.
Think of that. Still got a full month and a week to go.
Casey Schmidt, the batter. 1-1 pitch from Boyd, fouled away. Ball game tied at 1. Giants got their run in the second inning. A solo home run by Wilmer Flores. Cubs just tied it a few minutes ago on Matt Shaw's RBI single. Check swing. That's going to be strike 3. Boyd fooled him on an off-speed pitch, and down goes Casey Schmidt.
Excellent pitch by Matty. He goes to the off-speed pitch. I think that was a change. And gets the punch out.
Flores, the batter. Flores jumped on the first pitch he saw and lined a home run to left for the Giants tally in the second inning.
Fourth inning sponsored by Wintrust, home of the exclusive Cubs debit card. Member FDIC, EHL lender.
The next offering in for a strike. Just looking at the Giants' record run, a little peculiar. They actually have a better road record than they do at home. That always puzzles me. They are 3 below at home and 2 below 500 on the road. Now, neither one is anything to write home about, but you always expect teams to play at least slightly better in front of the home crowd.
Well, they've had just a terrible time here as of late over the last 14, 15 games here. Yeah, and it's been a struggle, and that's where their record got flipped upside down here at home. But, yeah, that is, whenever you have a losing record in your own ballpark, not good.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Flores is gone. 4 consecutive strikeouts now from Matthew Boyd. 7 in the game. And the batter is Matt Chapman.
Excellent changeup once again by Boyd. The inside change. Flores saw fastball, and it was changeup.
First pitch on the way to Chapman. And that is a little bit high. Now the Cubs' home and road record, a little bit more what you would expect. The Cubs are a very tough team at Wrigley. 41-25. Fly ball, shallow left, foul territory. Over to take a look is Shaw. Does he have a play? Nope. It's back in amongst the customers. And the Cubs are a good road team this year, too, Ron. They are 5 above at 35-30, but they're 16 above at home.
Yep, that works. Speaking of homes, talk Cubs baseball and Chicago sports every weekday from 2 to 6 on 670 The Score and the Odyssey app.
Now the 1-1. Fastball is inside. Let's see if we can bring in Zach for an update from Milwaukee between Arizona and the Brewers.
8-8, bottom of the ninth.
Here comes the 2-1. Curveball is in there for a strike, 2-2.
And I see on the scoreboard here in right field, they're in Milwaukee still.
2 outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Taken a little bit outside, 3-2. Just getting started. Cubs and Giants in this series. Colin Ray going tomorrow night. Here's the foul deep to right and out of play. Carson Weisenhunt is pitching for the Giants. Shota Imanaga against Logan Webb. Boy, potentially that's a great matchup for the day game on Thursday at 12:45 Central. Correct, 2:45 Central. Fly ball to deep center. Back goes Crow Armstrong near the center field fence. Makes the catch. Right in front of the 391 sign, dead center, inning over. 3 up, 3 down. Zach Zaidman joins Ron Coomer in a moment at the end of 4. We got a good one going. Cubs 1, Giants 1 on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Join us for great Cubs guests middays 10 a.m. to 2. It's Rahimi and Harris on 670 The Score.
Step up to the plate like a pro with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips. Circa Sports Illinois. It's sports betting the way it should be, with high app limits, low holds, exceptional customer service, and more. Whether you're betting with the home team or scouting the next big matchup, take your swing with the Circa Sports app. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com. That's circasports.com. When only the best will do, choose Regal Select from Benjamin Moore. With rich color, smooth coverage, and unbeatable durability, Benjamin Moore is paint that performs. Stains wipe away easily, and the finish stays beautiful for years to come. Available in 3,500 colors and exclusively at locally owned Benjamin Moore stores. Ready to transform your space? Visit BenjaminMoore.com to find a retailer near you. Regal Select. Trusted by pros, loved by homeowners.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
So it was the fourth quarter and we're down by 5. Sweat pouring down my face. Suddenly it hit me. If only I could wrap part of the towel around my forehead. And that's how I became the first basketball player to wear a headband.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
You deserve a car that thrills you. And Nissan's got an exciting full line that'll put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store and NissanUSA.com today.
Getting set for the top half of the fifth inning here in San Francisco. Cubs and Giants tied at 1. You're having a good time up here in the booth. It's just the opener of this three-game set, Coon.
Yeah, very entertaining here in San Francisco. It always is.
Kyle Tucker digs in against Justin Verlander. And the pitch, Tucker swings, bounces one slowly up the third baseline, fielded by Verlander. Underhand toss to Devers at first, in time to get a hustling Tucker for out number 1. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
All the Cubs talk you can handle on the Spiegel and Holmes Show. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 670 The Score. WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago on Odyssey Sports Station.
Alongside Ron Coomer, Zach Zaidman with you. Top of the fifth in San Francisco. Cubs 1, Giants 1. We're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. The reason we're laughing, and I only caught maybe a second of it on the monitor to my left.
I got more than that.
Yeah, there was a guy that was kind of dressed like Ditka, right?
Oh, yeah. He's got...
This is baseball.
Yeah, he's dressed up like Mike, and hopefully Mike and Diana are doing well back in Chicago. Thinking of them all the time.
Maybe the guy thought the football Giants,
yeah,
back in the day when both
yeah.
This baseball team, the Giants, played in New York at the Polo Grounds. Seiya Suzuki at the plate, and he looks at a strike slider right at the top of the zone from Verlander, 0-1. Guess the next time the Bears take the field, it's for real. It'll count, right?
Yeah, the guy walking around behind home plate, he's got the old Bears sweater on. He's ready. He's got the look.
He's into it.
But Johnny Vincent was in our booth, who also is great friends with Mike and Diana Ditka. We were all talking about Coach and Diana last week, so hopefully they're doing well.
The pitch to Suzuki, that's up high. So the count now 1-2 with Say at the plate.
I've had many a good time in Mike's old restaurant, hanging out. Yeah, and Johnny singing.
I can't even imagine.
Yeah, you could.
Well, we can't talk about it on the air.
No,
right?
not at all. No.
Here's the 1-2. That's the one at Suzuki. Count even at 2-2. But if you're listening out there and you let your mind run wild, it's probably true.
Yeah.
And then some. One of the legendary figures in Chicago sports, the Coach. Here comes the 2-2. Seiya swings and fouls it out of play off to the right. Count remains 2-2. Lights have taken full effect tonight here in San Francisco.
It looks like it's getting a little boggy out over the bay also. The wind is picking up and blowing out towards center and right center, but ball really has not carried at all here so far.
Chopped to third, fielded on a high hop by Chapman. Rifles a throw to first in time to get Suzuki. 2 away.
Chapman, a unique defender at third base, and the reason why I say that is he plays probably the deepest third base I have really ever seen. He does a very good job coming in on the ball and has a very strong and accurate arm and does an excellent job of getting his feet ready to throw the baseball before he catches it. It's the only way you can play as deep as he plays, but he is a very good defender.
Armstrong fouls one back just to the left of us for a foul ball. 0-1. Chapman's playing in now with PCA at the plate, wide of third, just along the edge of the grass. Verlander faces home plate, acknowledges the sign from his catcher Bailey, now works his motion and deals. Crow Armstrong swings and misses at a pitch in the dirt, a slider in the hole. 0-2. Why does Chapman play so deep?
Well, it's his own style, and he's got a unique ability. He's got a great and accurate throwing arm. And I know he does a very good job of making the decision on when to come in and be aggressive in on the ball. You know, so he has some skills that some other guys just don't have, and he uses them to his advantage.
Crow Armstrong looks at a ball up high. It's 1-2.
You know, against Suzuki hitting, he was almost in the grass. And I've seen him before that rule came into effect where he was actually in the grass down the third base line.
Now the 1-2 delivery. Crow Armstrong swing, loops one into shallow left center. This may drop, racing in and unable to make a sliding catch is Ramos. PCA digging for second. The throw is in time. Tag applied by Schmidt for out number 3. Let's see if the Cubs elect to challenge.
David Rackley, he may have got this right or not. They're going to challenge. He was not in a very good position at all to make this call. He was out behind Schmidt and then trying to run around the second baseman to the first base side of the bag and really never got around, so really did not see Pete's left hand hit the base. I think if Pete's right hand stays engaged with the bag, his left hand beat the throw, and then the right hand has to stay engaged with the bag. If it does, he's going to be safe at second base.
They're taking a second look. A second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. And we are taking a second look here at the monitor in front of us.
Pete definitely beat the throw, and I know David Ratcliffe was trying to get around the call and just never really got around Schmidt to see the play properly. I just don't think he thought, Pete was going to try to take second. And as soon as you don't think he's going to do something with his legs, you're making a mistake because he's going.
So I think the way you described it was spot on.
Yeah, it's all about his right hand staying engaged with the bag because his left hand beats the throw, but it goes beyond the bag. Now the right hand stays on the bag. If it does, he's safe.
From every view that we've gotten, it appears as though you can overturn this.
Yeah, I think he's going to be safe at second. I will give credit to people here in San Francisco and these camera people. They did a great job covering this, and they're putting it on the scoreboard here in center field. It's about as good a shot as you're ever going to see. Wow.
PCA is at second base right now, and he's pointing
After review,
to
the
it.
call on the field is overturned. The runner's safe. Chicago Whalers.
He was talking with Casey Schmidt, who applied the tag, and the Giants didn't leave the field, which gives you an indication they felt that thing would be overturned, and it was. So let's see if the Cubs can take advantage. Crow Armstrong at second base after a 2-out double, his second hit of the ball game. Here comes Carson Kelly to the plate. Cubs 1, Giants 1 with 2 away here in the top of the 5th. Verlander deals, and Kelly takes a strike right at the top of the zone along the outside edge. A fastball clocked at 95 miles per hour from Verlander.
Yeah, it's his best fastball of the night. You think he's feeling it right now?
100% yes. The next pitch. Kelly swings, lines one into right. It drops in for a base hit. Around third, flying home. Pete Crow Armstrong, the throw, not in time. Head first slide by PCA. He scores the go-ahead run. RBI single for Carson Kelly. 2-1 Cubs over the Giants here in the fifth.
2 outs, nobody on, and Pete hits a little bat-handle bloop in his short left and runs this ball out. And because he does that, he ends up at second and gets an extra 90 feet. Kelly doing an excellent job of using the other side of the field and just inside outs this ball to right, driving in the second run of the ballgame. So very good baseball by the Cubs here with 2 outs in the fifth.
Ian Happ looks at a ball up high, 1-0 the count. 2-1 Cubs over the Giants, fifth inning. Kelly at first. Happ, a switch hitter, batting from the left side. The next pitch is whacked foul out of play off to the left. 1-1 the count. Cubs tied up the game on a 2-out RBI single by Shaw in the fourth, and now a 2-out RBI single by Kelly puts them ahead. Verlander from the stretch, sets at the belt, kicks and delivers. And he misses inside with a fastball to Happ, 2-1. Verlander is ready. He works his motion and deals. Happ swings and lines one into deep center, drifting back and making the catch right along the edge of the track is Gilbert for out number 3. But the Cubs take the lead on the Carson Kelly RBI single. Middle 5, Cubs 2, Giants 1 on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Kyle Tucker. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
There's nothing better than watching the game live. And with Xfinity Sports and News TV, you can stream over 50 live channels for $150 less than YouTube TV per year. From game time to prime time. It's the local channels you love, the news channels you need, and the sports channels you can't live without. History-making moments aren't going to wait for you, and replays never do it justice. So get Xfinity Sports and News TV today for all the live action you could want. Plus, you can save even more with Peacock Premium. A $7.99 a month value included at no extra cost. Xfinity Sports and News TV. The live TV you love with savings you'll love even more. To learn more, go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Restrictions apply. Savings compares Xfinity Sports and News TV at $70 per month and YouTube TV at $82.99 per month.
Hey, Coom here. Labor Day in the Midwest means one thing. One last trip to the lake house before summer officially calls it a season. The grill is hot, coolers are packed, and if you're like me, you're bringing some Yingling along for the ride. Whether it's traditional lager, light lager, or flight, Yingling has a beer for every taste. Great beer, great company, and a little lake time. That's a winning combo in my book. Yingling, official beer of the Cubs Radio Network, DG Yingling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
The clearance event is going on now at American Sale. Save up to 70% on pools, patio sets, and more. The clearance event, only at American Sale. Bring the fun home.
Monday, September 1st, the Cubs take on the Braves at 3:05 in the afternoon. As Matthew Boyd works his motion and deals. First pitch at the bottom of the fifth is a curveball that floats into the zone for a strike against Luis Matos. So 0-1 the count. Cubs 2, Giants 1 in the opener of this 3-game set here in the last of the fifth. Boyd delivers. Matos swings. Hits a fly ball to right, way back, and this bangs off the wall. Fielded by Tucker on his way to second, and stopping there is Matos. So leadoff double for the Giants here in the bottom of the fifth inning.
Well, we talked about this ballpark and the ball not carrying, but to straight right and down the right field line, very short porch, only 309. So that ball hit the wall, probably only about 330, and it hits halfway up the wall. And Tuck had to go back in there as it hit the screen and chase it down. So it'll be a leadoff double for Matos. Wind is blowing out towards right field and blowing out hard. But the ball still just does not seem to carry much. Cubs looking for the bunt.
The corner infielders are charging with Patrick Bailey at the plate as Boyd bluffs a throw. to second base. That's where Matos is. So on Monday, September 1st, the Cubs take on the Braves, 3:05 in the afternoon. Up to the first 10,000 early arriving fans, 21 and older, will receive a Cubs picnic blanket presented by Jim Beam. Be here for it. Visit Cubs.com/tickets. Now the pitch. Bailey takes a ball off the outside, a change that missed 1-0.
Bailey not showing bunt there and took the pitch. Bushy is in on the grass at first, and Shaw is even with the bag with 1 foot on the grass at third.
A long set by Boyd. Now the pitch. Popped up on the infield, right side. Nico Horner on the dirt, under it, makes the catch. Bailey's retired. 1 away. The first out brought to you by Xfinity. The Wi-Fi is booming.
Well, that Bailey out in front of that changeup and popped it up. Really did not look like he was making any attempt at all of trying to hit the ball behind the runner to get the runner to third base.
So here comes Drew Gilbert, the center fielder, batting from the left side against the left-hander Boyd. The pitch. Foul back, 0-1. Cubs with a 2-1 lead over the Giants. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning, Carson Kelly breaking a 1-all tie with 2 out, RBI single in the top half of this frame. Matos at second. Boyd a long set, now the pitch. In there for a strike, a slider that spins into the zone, 0-2.
Went through that last pitch and then threw the ball out. I don't think the ball came out of his hand. It didn't spin. Didn't break, I should say. And he threw the ball out. Must have been slick. Guys have thrown a lot of balls. Verlander's thrown out about 10 baseballs in this game, and now Boyd did the same thing.
Pitch low to Gilbert, a slider that just missed.
I don't know if the coolness in the weather and, the humidity maybe, I'm not sure what's making the balls kind of slick, but they're definitely having a little bit of an issue with the baseballs tonight.
Here comes the 1-2 delivery. Low and outside, 2-2 now on Gilbert.
And the other reason why I say that is you look at the pitchers and they're constantly going to their mouth to try to get moisture on their fingertips. So with that being said, you know that the balls are getting a little slick.
The 2-2. Low and outside. Gilbert has worked a full count. Isaac Collins with a walk-off sacrifice fly for the Brewers in Milwaukee as the Brewers edge the Diamondbacks 9-8. Boyd throws out another ball.
Yeah, that's another ball going out. Brewers can find some ways to win, can't they?
They've definitely been resourceful.
Yeah, you got to tip your hat to them. They've played some great baseball this season.
Here in San Francisco, bottom of the 5th. 1 away, a man at second for the Giants. Cubs with a 2-1 lead. Cubs need a win tonight to stay 5.5 back of Milwaukee in the NL Central. Here comes the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. As Boyd zipped a rising fastball past Gilbert, 2 away.
Yeah, good location on that fastball from Boyd. After a few off-speed pitches, he climbs the ladder and goes up and in against Gilbert. Gilbert chases this ball, couldn't catch up with it. It's up out of the zone for second out of the inning.
8 strikeouts tonight for Boyd. Elliot Ramos at the plate, right-handed batter. The pitch, he swings, pulls one deep down the left field line. This will one-hop the wall. Coming in to score, Matos, and cruising into second base with an RBI double, Elliot Ramos. And it's now 2-2 Cubs and Giants here in the bottom of the 5th.
Well, Ramos having a very good night in the first half of this ball game. Walked in the first, singled in the third, and now doubled here in the 5th. Thing about it, this double drives in a run. Big swing of the bat for the Giants here in the 5th inning.
And the danger isn't over. Rafael Devers stands in. 83 RBIs on the year. Left-handed batter against the left-hander Boyd with a man at second. The pitch. This is a flare. Shallow left, racing in half. And this one will drop for a base hit. Coming in to score is Ramos, and the Giants take the lead. RBI bloop single the other way by Rafael Devers. Happ was charging from left. Swanson, the shortstop, was racing out. Swanson with a full extension dive, but couldn't quite reach it.
The only guy remotely close to catching this ball was going to be Swanson as he goes out. He lays out for this ball. Great effort, but no real chance. He's playing right up the middle against Devers, and this ball's dumped, well in left field, but a long ways for Swanson to go. Can't get to it, and that drives in the go-ahead run for San Francisco.
So 3-2 Giants with 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Cubs pitching coach Tommy Honaby on the mound having a conversation with Boyd and catcher Carson Kelly.
It's like the Cubs scored their run after 2 outs were made. Same thing with the Giants, have scored 2 now. A couple 2-out hits.
And here comes Willie Adames. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Caught looking and struck out swinging. Devers at first, 2 away. Big hole on the right side of the infield. Lefty-righty matchup, the pitch. And a high fly ball, a hit to left. Playable for Happ, short of the track, he's under it. Makes the catch for out number 3. But the Giants score twice to take the lead. 3-2 San Francisco after 5 on the Score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Listen to every Cubs game right here on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-748-5713. 800-748-5713. 800-748-5713.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Future You is using their rapid rewards for their next vacation. All thanks to present you signing up with Southwest Airlines, where you earn points every time you fly. Because what's the point of points that future you can't use? And since your rapid rewards points don't expire, you can save up for that big trip. Get ready to reward future you with a future flight. Sign up for Rapid Rewards today and redeem your points on any seat, any day, anytime. Only at Southwest. All Rapid Rewards rules and regulations apply and can be found at southwest.com/RR terms.
Hefty Trash Bags, the official trash bags of the Chicago Cubs. Hefty, ultra-strong trash bags resist rips, tears, and leaks. Strength that's anything but ordinary.
Hefty, hefty, hefty.
Nico Horner's on deck for the Cubs. Who's on Deck is brought to you by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit TimberTech.com. Justin Verlander still going for San Francisco. We're in the top of the 6th. And it's the Giants 3 and the Cubs 2 as Horner looks at a fastball for a strike at the top of the zone. 0-1. Nico's hit the ball hard tonight, but 0 for 2.
Yeah, deep to right center and then deep to right. Both balls right at the track. Well struck, but you hit the ball in the air tonight, you better hit it with some thunder because the ball just not carrying.
And Nico hits another high fly ball deep center field, racing back and making an over-the-shoulder catch is Gilbert right along the edge of the track. Another loud out by Nico, 1 away.
Now this ball well struck too. He catches this ball 1 step in front of the track. This ball comes off the bat hot. And Nico's squared 3 balls up, 3 right turns, and it gets a little frustrating after a while.
So 1 down here in the top of the 6th. Giants 3, Cubs 2. Dansby Swanson digs in. 0 for 1 with a walk. Right-handed batter against the right-hander Verlander, who deals. And Swanson looks at a strike, a breaking ball that spun into the zone right at the bottom along the outside edge. 0-1. Verlander facing home plate. He winds and deals the 0-1, and a high fly ball hit to center field. Now angling toward left center. It's Gilbert. He makes the catch. 2 away. It's 399 feet to that part of left center field.
Yeah, you hit the ball to the middle of the diamond here. You better hit it with some thunder. You know, this ballpark plays a lot like Wrigley does, like at night with the wind blowing in. You know, the ball just does not carry to the middle of the field. You can hit some home runs to straight left and straight right, but boy, if you're going to hit one to the middle of the diamond, left center to right center, you better blast it.
Matt Shaw fouls the first pitch he sees from Verlander back, 0-1. Shaw had an RBI single in the fourth inning. He's 1 for 2 tonight.
Shaw's average now climbing as he's had a great second half. Post All-Star break up to 231.
The next pitch also fouled back, 0-2.
And when you're playing a lot, and it's just tough to get that average, you know, he had his struggles. There's no doubt the first half of the season, but he is figuring it out, as you might say, as this season's progressed. Got to tip your hat to him. You talk about mental toughness when you're struggling. He's been a guy that's hit all his life, right? You know, when you get to the big leagues as a young guy and you were drafted because you're a hitter, that means you've raked everywhere you've ever been. From the time you put on a baseball uniform at 7 or 8 years old to now, you've hit everywhere.
Shaw looks at a ball up high, 1-2. I asked him about this because it was a really lonely feeling for him during the first half of the year.
Struggle, man.
Said the last time he struggled as a hitter was his sophomore year at Maryland. Think about that. Shaw waits for the 1-2. Here it comes from Verlander. In the dirt, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And it took a conversation with his wife during the All-Star break about just putting baseball and life into perspective. You probably can relate to this better than just about anybody. When you're failing at the plate and you're not contributing to your team's ability to win, it has to be a very lonely feeling each night. Here comes the 2-2. This is tap foul at the plate. Got a piece of Bailey, the catcher.
Well, you just don't get away from it. That's the problem. You just, you know, the thing about our game that's just play every day. So you get 4 at-bats a day, let's say, if you're playing, and he plays almost every day. And, you know, you're just like, you know, and it's coming again the next day and the next day. And, you know, you're trying to figure it out, you know, on the fly, and you're getting everybody talking to you about different things. And, you know, and that makes it even that much more difficult. Who do you trust? Who do you take advice from? You know, he's a young guy. What advice do you get that you keep, right? It's just difficult.
Shaw fouls another pitch back out of play. 2-2.
You know, so, you know, but I really tip my hat to Matty. He's really, you know, he's had a great second half, and that is not easy at all. And his defense has really picked up. I mean, he's worked hard in his entire game this season to get to where he's at.
The pitch is pop foul out of play off to the left. So a good battle going on here. 2-2 the count on Shaw with 2 away in the top of the 6th. San Francisco a 3-2 lead over the Cubs.
You know, we were just last city we were in Anaheim, and their broadcasters, who are friends of mine for a long time big league players.
Shaw grounds one to third, fielded on a belt high hop by Chapman. His throw to first is in time to get a hustling Shaw for out number 3. Cubs go down in order here in the top half of the 6th inning. Middle 6, Giants 3, Cubs 2. On the Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Matthew Boyd. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
It's time for the Nissan End of Summer Sales Event.
The what now?
The Nissan End of Summer Sales Event.
End of summer?
Yes, Nissan End of Summer.
But I have so many more hot dogs to grill. It was just starting to get good.
Sales Event. Here to help you keep your summer in gear.
That sounds interesting.
Test drive the best-selling Nissan Rogue with more standard power.
Cool.
The rugged Nissan Frontier with a standard V6.
Nice.
Or the adventure-ready Nissan Pathfinder or Nissan Murano.
I better hurry in.
To the Nissan End of Summer Sales Event and see why J.D. Power ranks Nissan #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands.
#1?
Yes, #1. Get 0% APR for 60 months on the 2025 Nissan Rogue, Pathfinder, or Murano. For J.D. Power 2025 US IQS award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year for well-qualified buyers. Available from new dealer stock. Example, 0 down payment, 60 months financing at $1,667 per month per thousand finance. Actual down payment may vary, subject to NMAC credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. Ends 9/2/25.
As the official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs, Sloan has greeted fans with sustainable restroom products at Wrigley Field for 111 years. And now Sloan is excited to introduce new innovation to Cubs fans throughout the concourse with its brand new bottle fillers to provide clean drinking water while reducing plastic waste throughout the friendly confines. Learn more at Sloan.com and go Cubs go!
Hefty Trash Bags, the official trash bags of the Chicago Cubs. Hefty, ultra-strong trash bags resist rips, tears, and leaks. Strength that's anything but ordinary.
Hefty, hefty, hefty!
Top of the 6th inning here in San Francisco. And let's see what's on tap here in the 6th inning. Sponsored by Flight by Yingling, next generation light beer. Matthew Boyd has put a few of the Frisco hitters in flight. A lot of routine outs and big strikeout numbers from Matty tonight.
Yeah, 8 strikeouts on the night for Boyd as he starts off Casey Schmidt with a curveball in the zone for strike 1. Schmidt, a right-handed batter, the cleanup man for the Giants tonight. The next pitch is in the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike.
But last inning, as we were finishing, I was talking about the guys from Anaheim, the Angel ex-players, Timmy Salmon and Mark Langston, who are longtime star big league players. And Langston, who was left-handed pitcher, talking about the defense of Matty Shaw. And there you go.
Snared by Shaw to his left. And he fires a strike to first in time to get Schmidt. Another excellent defensive play by Shaw at third, 1 away.
Got him a soft top spin lob, and it's in the air, and Matty comes in and fields this on like an in-between hop. First hop. This is not an easy catch, but he makes a nice catch and ends up throwing him out at first. Excellent play by Shaw.
Wilmer Flores looks at a slider off the outside, 1-0.
Making me sound good. I was just talking about his defense. Hey, boy, Matty.
Great timing, Coom, and great timing, Matt Shaw. Now the 1-0 delivery. Flores looks at ball 2 outside.
Whenever a pitcher, starting pitcher, long-time starting pitcher, great pitcher, talks about a guy's defense in the infield, it's something because they love them some guys that can pick it in the infield.
Check swing by Flores at a pitch off the outside on appeal. No swing, says the first base umpire, Chris Guccione. So it's 3-0 now with Flores at the plate. Right-handed batter against the left-hander Boyd, and the pitch. Inside, ball 4. 1-out walk for Flores and the Giants here in the bottom of the 6th inning. San Francisco a 3-2 lead. But that defense that you talked about, it's a big deal for the Cubs this year. I heard Craig Counsell talking to you about this in the pregame show. I guess Cubs pitchers have thrown the fewest number of pitches in the majors this season.
Well, and it's because they don't give extra outs. Pitchers have confidence in throwing strikes and attacking the hitters. And, when you look around the field, this is a very good defensive team.
Matt Chapman lines one foul out of play off to the left, 0-1.
You had 2 basically rookie infielders at each corner. Last year, Bush was a rookie. This year, Shaw's a rookie. Matty, Bushy turned himself into an excellent defensive first baseman by just hard work. And we saw it day in and day out last year into this year.
Chapman looks at a ball outside, 1-1.
And now we're seeing it with Matt Shaw. Same thing. When Camp broke, he was not a finished and polished third baseman by any stretch. And now he is playing excellent defensive third base.
Here comes the 1-1 delivery. Chapman fouls it back. That one took a bite out of the home plate umpire, Edwin Moscoso. Carson Kelly checking to see if he's okay. Now Kelly stands up and just kicks some dirt around the home plate area to give the umpire a little bit of time to regather himself. 1-on-1 out for the Giants here in the bottom of the sixth inning. A 3-2 San Francisco lead. 1-2 the count on Chapman. Boyd on the hill. Looks at first. That's where Flores is. A long set and the pitch. Swing and a tap foul at the plate. 1-2.
Good pitch by Boyd. A slide step changeup. So what I mean by that is he did not take a leg kick, and he just kind of, it's almost like a quick pitch to Chapman. And so it looks like the ball's exploding at you, but then he throws the change off of it and had Chapman well out in front. Very good pitch.
1-2. Here it comes. Pop foul out of play off to the right by Chapman. They'll do it again. Cubs do have some activity in the bullpen. Veteran left-hander Drew Pomerantz has started warming up.
And San Francisco, the lefties are going to be important in this series. San Francisco has had their issues facing left-handed pitching.
Boyd sets up high with Flores at first and one away. Here comes the 1-2. Line drive, deep left center field. Happ going back near the wall. Looks up. It's gone. 2-run home run for Matt Chapman. And the Giants extend the lead. Now up 5-2 over the Cubs here in the sixth.
Now Chapman gets on top of this ball. I believe this is a high changeup that just gets away from Boyd and fades up and out. And Chapman gets his swing and really gets his hands up above the ball and keeps the barrel up and gets on top of this ball, and he just hammers this ball and backspins it right out of the ballpark. That ball was well struck to left center field.
A 400-foot drive for Chapman. The 2-run job makes it 5-2 San Francisco here in the last of the sixth. And Carson Kelly jogs out to the mound to have a conversation with Matthew Boyd. Luis Matos due up for the Giants. He doubled his last time up. Now Craig Counsell making the slow walk out of the Cubs' first base dugout here in San Francisco. And it looks like we're going to have a pitching change here with Pomerantz warming up in the pen. Counsell asks for the baseball. He gets it from Boyd. And Matthew Boyd's night is done. Pitching changes by the Cubs. They're sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Just one away here in the last of the sixth. 5-2 San Francisco on the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
This is your home for every pitch of Cubs baseball. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Break up with stinky clothes.
Rinse it out. Every now and then I get a little bit tired of the stinks that just will never come out. Oh, Downy in the rinse change. Every now and then I rinse it out. One wash and it delivers. One wash, it smells so clean. Downy Rinse and Refresh, it's a dream.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Fights odor in just one wash. Guaranteed.
Step up to the plate like a pro with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips. Circa Sports Illinois. It's sports betting the way it should be, with high app limits, low holds, exceptional customer service, and more. Whether you're betting with the home team or scouting the next big matchup, take your swing with the Circa Sports app. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com. That's circasports.com.
Toyota's national sales event is on. Visit your local Toyota dealer and discover which Toyota is right for you. Hurry in now before it all ends. Toyota, let's go places.
So veteran lefty Drew Pomerantz takes over for the starter Matthew Boyd. Cubs down by 3 here with just one away in the bottom of the sixth inning. San Francisco with a 5-2 lead. It's the opener of a 3-game set. Pomerantz on the year, 43 games, 2-1 with a 1.69 ERA. And the final line, Coombe on Matthew Boyd, 5 1/3, 5 runs on 6 hits, 3 walks, 8 strikeouts, 2 home runs.
Yeah, for Boyd, just a couple pitches. I'm sure he'd like to get back. That last one in particular, high changeup kind of running away, and Chapman got on top of that one. The home run that he gave up to Flores, that's fastball inside off the plate. That wasn't a bad pitch. Flores just put a great swing on it.
So Matos digs in. Here's the pitch from Pomerantz. Called strike. Fastball. Nearly down the middle. 0-1.
And for as well as Boyd has thrown all year long, tonight's a night where the Cubs offense needs to pick him up. He has picked this team up many, many, many nights this season.
Pitch in the dirt from Pomerantz. A check swing by Matos. So the count is 1-1. The next pitch. Apparently missed. High and outside. 2-1. Fastball from Pomerantz. Borderline call. Matos hits out of an exaggerated crouch as he looks at a strike. Fastball. Up high. Right at the top of the zone along the outside edge. 2-2.
Yeah, Matos just hits with his legs really spread, covers the whole box and just really doesn't take a stride at all.
Ground ball hit softly to third, fielded by Shaw. Sidearm throw to first in time to get Matos 2 away.
And let's see if Pomerantz can just get the Cubs out of this inning and move on and see if the Cubs offense can come alive here in this later part of this ball game.
Verlander has thrown 101 pitches. So you got to figure his night is done here in San Francisco. Patrick Bailey at the plate, right-handed batter. Pomerantz steals, and the pitch is high and outside for ball 1.
Now there is a lefty warming up in the San Francisco bullpen in center field.
Joey Lucchesi.
So that would make sense to me. Verlander would be a guy that you would have some different rules with, because of his advanced age and all the years he's pitched. He's not holding anything back. You're not saving him for anything. He's just here to pitch and try to win, and that's it. So him throwing over 100 pitches, not a problem.
Pop fly, shallow right, angling toward the line. Tucker, he's got it, makes the catch for out number 3. But the Giants add 2 more on the long home run by Chapman. 5-2 San Francisco after 6. On the Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Cade Horton. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
In baseball, it's all about keeping your eye on the ball. At Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha, it's about keeping things simple. No games, just a relaxed, honest car buying experience. Right now, during the Subaru A Lot to Love event, you'll score big on a new Subaru without the pressure you'll find in the big city. Take the short drive north and discover why there's a lot to love at Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha, your one-stop shop for everything Subaru. Shop anytime at ZieglerSubaruKenosha.com.
Is your business's pavement showing signs of wear and tear? Patriot Pavement Maintenance specializes in simplifying pavement maintenance and construction for industrial, commercial, and educational clients throughout Illinois. Based in Wheeling with over 30 years of experience, they provide asphalt paving, seal coating, concrete repair, and non-toxic solutions to protect and enhance your surfaces. Call 847-813-9034 or visit patriotpavement.net for a proposal. Patriot Pavement Maintenance. Pavement maintenance and construction made simple. Patriot Pavement.net. Joel Gott Wines is a true all-American classic and the go-to wine for America's favorite pastime. Since 1996, Joel has selected the best vineyards in California to craft balanced, approachable, and food-friendly wines. Whether it's a classic Chicago dog or Italian beef sandwich, Joel Gott is the perfect pairing for any ballpark staple. Whether you're watching at Wrigley or at home, look for Joel Gott Wines in the wine aisle at your local retailer. Joel Gott Wines, official wine partner of the Chicago Cubs.
We're gearing up for another season, and you can too at Suits 2020 in Niles. More than just suits, casual wear, sportswear, and more. Suits 2020, the latest fashions at the lowest prices.
Top of the 7th inning here in San Francisco at Oracle Park. Cubs down 5-2. 7th inning is sponsored by the new Volvo XC90, designed for life. Joey Lucchesi, a left-hander in the ball game now for San Francisco. Verlander threw 6 innings in the game today. Excellent job by Verlander, the veteran, 42 years old. 6 innings, 7 hits, 5 strikeouts for Verlander. 2 walks, and only gave up a couple runs. And Verlander was outstanding, Patrick. And, you know, sometimes in veterans, they know what they're doing, and he threw a lot of breaking balls, but they had a very nice job tonight by Verlander.
So let's see, Ron, if the Cubs can come from behind against the Giants bullpen. Joey Lucchesi, a left-hander, delivers to Justin Turner. It's a strike. Turner pinch hitting. And he'll take strike 2.
Pinch hitting for Michael Bush.
Tucker and Suzuki to follow. And the strike 2 to Justin Turner is high. Cubs led this game 2-1 after a 5th inning single by Carson Kelly. Matt Shaw drove in the first Cubs run in the 4th inning with a base hit. And now Turner takes outside. It's 2-2. Giants came up with some clutch hits. Elliot Ramos, an RBI double. Rafael Devers, a flare single into left. Matt Chapman, a 2-run home run. Turner strikes out swinging, and that's out number 1.
Pretty good pitch inside to Turner. They wanted this ball up and in. He didn't get up, but he got it in, and Turner swings through it for the first out of the inning. We're coming to you live all season long. The Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Tucker 1 for 3. The lefty Lucchesi delivers a fastball inside, ball 1.
Well, we saw a couple home runs by the Giants. It's not easy, as we were talking about earlier today, Pat, about hitting the ball out of the park, but they get a couple balls that they turned on. And the last one Chapman hit, he hit a long way to left center field.
Swing and a miss. They count 1-1. Yeah, not too many cheap home runs in this park. Now the 1-1 to Tucker. Fastball strike, top of the zone. Now right down the line and right, it's 309, but it's a 20-foot high wall. You see a lot of balls off the wall in that area. But you got to hit it high to get it beyond that barrier. And now the 1-2. Strike 3 call. Tucker having a few words with the umpire, Chad Whitson, as he walks back to the dugout, yelling over his shoulder at the umpire.
Now, the one thing about Tuck, he knows, you know, it's a borderline pitch. He usually gets that call, and it might have caught the outside corner barely. But Moscoso behind home plate called it strike 3.
2 down. Here is Seiya. Lucchesi delivers high for ball 1.
Made of the order tonight. That's presented by Chef IQ Sense. Never under or overcook your food again. Purchase now at chefiq.com.
Seiya pokes it foul off to the right, out of play. 1-1. Lucchesi, long-legged left-hander. Feet close together, rocks, kicks, and fires. Curveball in there for a strike.
Designated hitters tonight for the Cubs. They're sponsored by Fireplace Chimney Authority. Book now, burn later, and skip the rush.
Big crowd here in Northern California. Fastball is high and away. Let's see if Suzuki can get on. Cubs, you get the feeling, are going to need at least one long ball to win this game. It's getting a little bit late, and you're down by 3. The 2-2. Fastball is inside.
Hardest working player of the game today. That's brought to you by Bosch Power Tools. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
We're going to take a little look at some baseball history as we move along. This 3-2 pitch. fisted in the air, playable at first for Devers, and that ends the inning. Seiya got jammed, hit a harmless pop fly. Cubs do nothing in the 7th inning. It's on to the bottom half. Giants 5, Cubs 2. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk with Spiegel and Holmes on your ride home. Afternoons 2 to 6 on The Score.
Here's a club you want to get into. Club Citgo. The super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Download Club Citgo today. Savings could up to 30 gallons. Only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Welcome to Old National Bank.
Hi, I was wondering what you could do for my small business.
Tons. Have time to talk?
Not much. We're on a 30-second radio ad.
Oh, I'll get straight to the point then. Our solutions are customized for small businesses. Our services make financial management simple, and our pricing is always transparent.
Outstanding. Wow.
Yeah. So, ever been in an ad before?
Nope. How do I look?
Good. But we're on the radio, remember?
Right. Hi, Mom.
Customized small business banking from Old National Bank. Member FDIC. Get old.
Enjoy comfort all year. Fireplace and Chimney Authority offers expert chimney cleanings, gas fireplace service, and even grill maintenance. Keep your home safe and ready for any season. Your trusted local experts are at fireplaceandchimneyauthority.com. It's not too late for your pup to be called out on air as the Tito's Handmade Vodka Canine of the Game. Submit your dog now at 670thescore.com, and your pooch could get a shout out. And if the Northsiders pitchers strike out 9 or more during a regular season home game, Tito's Handmade Vodka will donate $100 to anti-cruelty and up to $10,000 this season, supporting their mission to care for animals in need and build a stronger pet-loving community. Tito's Handmade Vodka. Vodka for dog people. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Surround yourself in color with Regal Select from Benjamin Moore. Rich, durable, and effortlessly beautiful. Find yours at your locally owned retailer. Visit BenjaminMoore.com today.
Getting set for the last of the 7th here in San Francisco. Giants a 5-2 lead. We're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. Pat?
All right, Zach. Drew Gilbert, left-handed batting center fielder, leads off this 7th inning. Giants on top, 5-2. Taylor Rogers delivers. This pitch is fouled back. And the count 0-2. Always get a little workout when you're broadcasting a game here.
No doubt.
And it's the most unusual workout you can possibly imagine.
Yeah, it's like a leg and an arm workout all in one.
Well, they've got these chairs. These are high chairs to begin with. Here's the 0-2 pitch, dribbled foul.
High top chairs, yep. We're at a high top kind of desk here overlooking the stadium.
And the wheels of the chair are completely incompatible with the floor. I guess would be about the best way to describe it.
It's the nicest way, I can give you that.
Because the floor has all kinds of grooves, and invariably the wheels of the chair stick in those grooves, and you really work up a sweat trying to get loose. And
you kind of saw me struggling with it in between innings, didn't you?
Well, I did, except for I was struggling at the same time.
Yeah. Congratulations. Yeah, it's good, yeah.
That's why we're partners. Yeah. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Gilbert is out number 1. I like the location. We are just behind home plate, slightly off to the third base side, nice and close to the action, so no issues there whatsoever. Mm-hmm. It's a beautiful park. But if I ever come out here for vacation, I'm going to volunteer my services to put a new floor in this broadcast booth.
Yeah, I would donate for materials to just make it flat. I would. I would definitely donate money to just fix it.
I think that sounds like a good plan.
Yeah.
If you just give me the cash, I'll pass that along, and we'll get this thing done. It's 0-1 on Elliot Ramos. Now, it is a nice park and right on the water. Beautiful location. The 0-1 pitch. It's taken inside for a ball, but the floors in the booth, they just take a little bit of the overall fun out of the evening. Would you agree with that? Here comes the 1-1. Line drive, base hit to right. Ramos with a single. One away, bottom of the 7th inning. Giants on top, 5-2.
Yeah, I would agree with that. To answer your question, there's no doubt that it's a struggle getting in your chair and getting yourself kind of situated at the desk here, so to speak. You know who's not having a tough night with anything? Is Ramos. He's got 3 hits. He's been on base 4 times, drove in a run and scored a run. He's having a heck of a night.
Left-handed batting leadoff man, batting again against Taylor Rogers. Takes outside, ball 1. Each team with 7 hits, neither team with an error. The Giants have had the clutch hits and the Cubs have not. The runner goes, the pitch bounced toward the middle. Backhand stop by Swanson. While sitting down, throws to first and makes a great play. Wow. Dansby Swanson just made a magnificent play. He was running over to cover second on the possible stolen base. Saw the ball hit to the left of second, dove, made a great stop, and then did a reverse pivot while seated and threw the ball to first on 1 hop. An amazing play by Dansby Swanson.
I think we got the tough play and the catch of the game all in one.
There
right
it is.
There. Yeah.
And you're going to see that one on highlight shows for a long time, not just tonight. That's a very unique and unusual and magnificent play that Dansby just made. 2 down on the play. Ramos reached second. You can imagine that. You're running over to cover second base on a possible steal. The ball is now hit behind where you're going. So you jam on the brakes, which in itself is tough, while still trying to field a ground ball on a dive going the other way. And I like the little reverse pivot while he was seated down.
Yeah, on his backside. Threw the ball across the diamond to get the out. Tough play of the game, sponsored by Loyola Medicine. Loyola Medicine defines tough, and that was tough.
2 down, a man at second. Giants on top, 5-2. Pitched by Rogers, swung on and missed, and that ends the inning. Cubs need some runs as we go to the 8th inning. Giants 5, Cubs 2 on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free Odyssey app. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
When your reputation's on the line, you don't leave anything to chance, especially your primer. Painter's Trust kills primers for a smooth start, strong adhesion, and serious stain-blocking power. And now, the full Kills lineup is available exclusively at the Home Depot. Need it fast? Get same-day or next-day delivery, or order online and pick up in-store. Kills primers. Pro results faster. The Home Depot. If you're a pro, you know.
Join Great Lakes Credit Union's mission of banking for a greater good. As a nonprofit financial institution, Great Lakes Credit Union invests in local communities while offering the services of big banks. Learn more at glcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA Equal Housing Lender.
This Labor Day weekend, we're celebrating Bob's Discount Furniture's 200th store milestone with the entire Bob's family across the country. For more than 30 years, we've believed everyone deserves the home they love. That's why we brought our everyday low prices on furniture, mattresses, and more to over 200 locations from coast to coast and counting. Not to mention free treats for the whole family in our cafes. Celebrate Bob's Discount Furniture's 200 store milestone this Labor Day weekend. Oh, my God.
For over 60 years, Fitzgerald Equipment has kept Illinois and Wisconsin moving with forklifts, rentals, and expert service. Featuring heli forklifts built to go the distance. Visit FitzgeraldEquipment.com. Trusted equipment powered by heli. Fitzgerald Equipment. Material handling handled. Proud partner of Cubs Radio.
Toyota's national sales event is on. Visit your local Toyota dealer and discover which Toyota is right for you. Hurry in now before it all ends. Toyota. Let's go places.
Top of the 8th inning here in San Francisco. Cubs down 5-2. And this 8th inning is sponsored by Cars for Kids, 877 Cars for kids. That's Cars of the K to donate your car today, Patrick.
Cubs need base runners, and they need them right away. 8th inning, 5-2, Giants lead. Cubs started the trip by sweeping all three in Los Angeles against the Angels. Let's see if they can rally tonight. It's not insurmountable, down by 3. Pete Crow Armstrong with a single and a double, swings and misses. And they count 0-2. Joey Lucchesi still on the mound for San Francisco. And the 0-2. Fouled away. Another late evening game tomorrow night. 8:45 Central Time. Colin Ray against Carson Weisenhunt. Here comes the 0-2. Wrapped on the ground right side, gloving it, moving to his left. Schmidt from the outfield grass throws to first in time. Crow Armstrong is out number 1. And the batter Carson Kelly. Kelly being called back. May not bat. There will be a pitching change for the Giants. The pitching changes by the opposition. Sponsored by Sloan, the official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Visit Sloan.com. We are in the 8th inning. Giants lead 5-2 over the Cubs on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Great Cubs guests all season long. Rahimi and Harris, middays 10 a.m. to 2 on the Score.
There's nothing better than watching the game live. And with Xfinity Sports and News TV, you can stream over 50 live channels for $150 less than YouTube TV per year. From game time to prime time. It's the local channels you love, the news channels you need, and the sports channels you can't live without. History-making moments aren't going to wait for you, and replays never do it justice. So get Xfinity Sports and News TV today for all the live action you could want. Plus, you can save even more with Peacock Premium. A $7.99 a month value included at no extra cost. Xfinity Sports and News TV. The live TV you love with savings you'll love even more. To learn more, go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Restrictions apply. Savings compares Xfinity Sports and News TV at $70 per month to YouTube TV at $82.99 per month.
Top 8 in San Francisco, Giants 5, Cubs 2. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the Score, the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free Odyssey app. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network, WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
The out-of-town scoreboard is sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app now and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. The Brewers win again, a 9-8 victory over the Diamondbacks. Isaac Collins with a walk-off sacrifice fly, and former Met right-hander Jose Butto on the mound for San Francisco, Pat.
Butto's delivery to Carson Kelly popped up. More of a fly ball, really, to right. Matos will make the call and the catch, and that's out number 2. Now, there's a little accent over the last letter in this guy's name. Almost makes me think it would be pronounced Bateau. 5-2 Giants. We're in the 8th inning with 2 down and nobody on. Ian Happ takes outside for ball 1. Butto comes back and delivers low and outside, ball 2. Butto. How would you have pronounced it, Ron? Here's the 2-0. In there for a strike, and the count now 2-1. I may be mispronouncing it as I speak.
Well, Zach said Butto, right? No? Okay. Zach's got his headset off, laughing at both of us.
2-1 pitch is swung on and fouled at the plate by Ian Happ.
Nothing unusual.
Buto.
Yeah.
Now he's got boot in big, large letters and then small O-W. So boot. Now the 2-2. It's outside to Ian Happ.
So he spells it B-U-T-T-O with the slash over the O.
Well, you look at it, and it looks like Butto. Peanut Butto sandwich. Here's a swing and a miss. Strike 3, and that ends the inning. Cubs doing nothing. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Giants 5, Cubs 2. On the Score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Craig Counsell. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Where do the Cubs shop to celebrate a big win? Binny's Beverage Depot. Binny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Welcome to Dugout Radio, the undisputed home of Boomtown Baseball.
The Wi-Fi is booming with Xfinity, baby. Our next caller is
Stacy. How do you stay locked in on every pitch and play?
We stream it all live on Xfinity Internet with low lag, 99.99% network reliability, and speeds faster than a base runner beating the throw to home plate.
I stream on my TV, tablets, even my smart fridge.
Smart fridge?
With all those games, we gotta refuel.
Stream live baseball with Wi-Fi built for the biggest moments. Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed.
Sloan has been providing restroom products at Wrigley Field for 111 years, and we are proud to now expand into the concourse with our brand new bottle fillers that provide clean drinking water for Cubs fans all season long. Learn more at Sloan.com.
Oh, hey.
Hey, thanks for meeting me here. It's just, you're my only lawyer friend, and I need your professional opinion. Do you see that brand new Hyundai Tucson out there? That's all I paid for it.
Let me get back to you on that. Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. At the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Right now, for a limited time, you can lease the Hyundai Tucson for $239 a month or get $1,750 bonus cash. Offers end September 2nd. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
The Chef IQ Sense is a wireless cooking thermometer everyone should have. It eliminates under or overcooking your chicken, fish, or meat to achieve perfection. Order one now at chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com.
Suit up this season at MLBshop.com. Check out the largest selection of authentic jerseys, caps, hoodies, t-shirts, and more. Visit MLBshop.com for your Chicago Cubs gear and today's special offer. Pat?
Zach, thank you. Please stay tuned for the Toast of the Game, ball player. Presented by Binny's Beverage Depot, coming up in the 9th inning and named by Ron Coomer. Cubs offense managed 2 runs. They scored single tallies in the 4th and 5th innings. RBI singles by Shaw and Kelly, respectively. And that's it for the night. And we're in the bottom of the 8th inning. Giants had a couple of big innings. Well, relatively big. 2 runs in the 5th, 2 in the 6th. 2-run home run by Matt Chapman increased the lead from 3-2 to 5-2, but it was the base hits by Elliot Ramos to tie the game in the 5th inning, a double, and then Devers, that little pop fly single into shallow left, out of the range of a diving Dansby Swanson that drove in the go-ahead run, and the Cubs have trailed ever since that 5th inning hit. 3 balls and a strike on Casey Schmidt. How'd we do in the attendance game? Binny's Beverage Depot attendance game. Line drive to Swanson, makes the catch, out number 1.
The attendance tonight was 35,060, they announced.
I know that Zach handed me something in that regard. So many papers around here. I believe it said that I was the winner tonight.
Well, I wrote down your guess and all the guesses, so I can tell you that you were the winner. You were only off by a few. The attendance tonight is 35,060. Your guess was 35,153, so you were very close.
Bouncing ball to the left side, fielded by Shaw, and he throws to first in time. 2 down, Matt Chapman, the batter. Chapman hits a fly ball shallow right. It's going to be caught by Tucker, and the 8th inning quickly ends. Nice job by Jordan Wicks. As we go to the 9th inning, Giants 5, Cubs 2 on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
The Cubs play here with Hall of Famer Pat Hughes and All-Star Ron Coomer on the Cubs Radio Network.
It started with one car 70 years ago when the first Volvo car arrived in the U.S. Since, Volvo has helped redefine safety. From the 3-point safety belt to side impact airbags, a whiplash protection system, and blind spot assist. Innovations that have saved millions of lives and made summer memories safer for generations. Celebrate 70 years of safety. Visit your local retailer for the Summer Safely bonus event going on now.
Being pregnant and finding out you have cancer. I'm Robin, and that was me. But my oncologist, orthopedic surgeon, and high-risk obstetrician at Northwestern Memorial Hospital created the safest chemotherapy plan, so I didn't have to choose between my life and my baby's.
Top ranked in Illinois for obstetrics and gynecology by U.S. News and World Report, Robin's team collaborated to deliver a healthy baby and mother, performing a C-section, then cancer removal the same day. Northwestern Medicine. Better.
James Hardy Building Products knows how important your home is. That's why they're rated the #1 brand of siding in North America. Trusted by homeowners on over 10 million homes from coast to coast, they can give your home a beautiful design without compromising on durability and protection. They also know how important it is to support your hometown and root for the home team. That's why James Hardy is proud to sponsor the Cubs. James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Hey Cubs fans, Pat Hughes here. It's shaping up to be an historic season. To start making history with your business in Bedford Park, visit villageofbedfordpark.com.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. Top 9, Giants 5, Cubs 2. The 9th inning is brought to you by Bosch Power Tools. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch. Pat?
Let's see if the Cubs can rally. Zach Nico Horner up. Takes a strike from Ryan Walker. Well, you pointed out the distinctive pitching style of Walker. Kind of an old crossfire guy.
Boy, he takes that to another level. He pitches from the far first base side of the rubber and steps almost at the Giants on deck circle and then throws in. I don't ever think he gets a visual of home plate until he's about ready to cut the ball literally loose out of his hand. Be a little unnerving if you're hitting.
0-2 on Nico Horner, trying to get on to get something going. He pops it foul out of play. Horner without a hit tonight. Nothing for 3. Stay tuned for the Verizon Cubs radio postgame show with Zach Zaidman. That's coming up after the game. Outside to Horner, 1-2. Still plenty of Cub fans here among the 35,060 in attendance. The next delivery. Grounded slowly past the mound, charging the second baseman Schmidt. Throws out Horner, and that's out number 1.
Oh, two-seamer running in on Nico's hands. This guy would be very, very tough to see for one at bat for a right-handed hitter.
One away. Here is Dansby Swanson. Dansby nothing for 2. And the pitch on the way is outside for a ball. One ball and no strikes. Liner to center, a base hit. So there is a man on. Cubs still need one more guy to reach in order to get the tying run to the plate. Willie Castro is going to pinch hit for Matt Shaw. Swanson will be held on at first by Devers.
Well, hadn't been a lot done by the Cubs offense tonight. They do have 8 hits, but it's kind of been scattered. Kelly drove in a run, and Eddie Shaw drove in a run. Armstrong has 2 hits in the game, scored a run. He singled, stole a base, and scored a run. And I know we need to toast to the game ball player, partner.
Well, that is your assignment. Who do you like?
Well, you know, it's one of those ball games where a few guys have done a little bit. Pete Crow Armstrong, how about today? Singled, stole a base, doubled, and scored a run. Made a couple good plays in center field, too. The ball in right center was really some kind of play. That ended up being the catch of the game also. And him and Dansby both made some very nice plays along with Shaw. So how about Pete Crow Armstrong will be our toast to the game ball player today.
That's a good call. Castro takes outside. Willie pinch hitting in this spot. Batting for Shaw, just trying to get on. If he does, the tying run gets to the plate. So this is a very important pinch hitting spot. Castro swings and misses. Now it's 1-2.
Yeah, in these 9th innings, when you're behind like this, the whole idea is to get the tying run to the plate.
Swinging a foul back out of play. Looks like Owen Casey is in the on-deck circle as a possible pinch hitter. As Castro swings and misses, strike 3. 2 down.
Pretty good slider down and in to get Castro.
And the Cubs are down to their last chance. We're in the 9th inning, 2 down. And the rookie Owen Casey will try to get on in some manner so that Kyle Tucker could represent the tying tally.
Now I'm looking down in the Giant bullpen, and there's nobody warming up. And I just think with Tucker on deck, if Casey can get on, it is going to be a good matchup for Tucker. It really is.
First things first, let's see if Owen Casey can reach. He takes low and inside. If you're a rookie pinch hitter in this spot, what are you thinking?
I'm taking till I get a strike. I'm going to make sure Walker can throw strikes.
Here's a swing and a foul out of play. 1-1.
Well, Casey did swing, but that pitch was down the middle, so he at least got him a strike to swing at.
Swanson at first, 2 down, 9th inning, 5-2 Giants. Here's a pitch down low. And now it's 2-1. Thousands of Cub fans still in attendance. They never leave early. The 2-1. Strike 2 call. 2-2 on the young left-handed batting Owen Casey. Fans are standing here at Oracle Park. And the pitch on the way. Line foul.
Kind of surprised Casey got a pitch to hit there on 2-2. He took the fastball in the middle of the plate at the knees to make the count 2-2, and then got another pitch, hooked that one foul.
Walker ready and delivers. Swing and a miss, and the ball.